right, waiting for that green light. Love that green light. Waiting for it. Here it comes. I know it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting for it to show up. Where you at, green light? And we are live. Welcome to another episode of Nimmin Live, the #1 place on the internet for content creators to hang out, learn about YouTube, and have an amazing time doing it. My name is Nick, and I'm joined today by my brother from the same mother, D. D, how are you?
I'm fantastic. We got a lot to talk about today.
We absolutely do have a lot to talk about today.
We have a ton of stuff to talk about today. And if you have fragile feelings, you might want to toughen up for this one.
And we've got some other stuff to talk about as well that doesn't require fragile feelings. For example,
put on your big boy pants. That's what I'm trying to say.
For example, we have Mike Phillips, who is in the chat section here a lot. We consider Mike Phillips a friend. We got to hang out with him, luckily, at Vid Summit quite a bit as well. But Mike Phillips has a birthday, just had a birthday. So I just want to say happy birthday to Mike Phillips. It looks like our chat isn't working there on the screen, if you caught that, D.
Interesting, yeah.
So happy birthday to you, Mike Phillips. And
happy birthday.
Next up on our list, because we like to bring you the news first, just to keep you updated on what's going on.
Can we get a hashtag happy birthday for Mike Phillips, everybody?
Yeah, and Mike won't even see this probably,
right?
But you know what? We got Mike in mind, and that's what's important.
What's going on, Daniel Patel, Pipe Cleaner Crafts? How's everybody doing?
What's up, Paul Peck? Nice to see you in here as well.
Paul Peck in the house. How's it going?
Nice to see you as well as everyone else that is in the chat right now. Yeah, we got some happy birthday Mikes. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Thank you for the love there on Mike's behalf.
Yep.
So next up on our list, we have the FTC Handbook for Influencers. So if you talk about products in any way, shape, or form, I have a link down in the description below this video, which is going to send people off site, but it's okay because it's more important that you are up to date on this stuff. But D, if you will pull up the screen here really quick.
Yeah, 1 second here. I'm trying to fix this goofy little thing. All right, go.
So basically, the FTC put out an update to what is required for influencers. I had this coming out in podcast format here on Monday. Also, I just wanted to bring it to your attention now, since you are the people that come into these live streams, because this is something that can cause you legal problems and can cause some problems with what it is that you're doing. So I just want to bring it to your attention to make sure that you are up to date on what is happening. But basically, in this handbook, they just talk about how you need to make sure that you are putting like if you're promoting things as an affiliate, as an example, you need to put, affiliate next to it. Or if you're, promoting something because it's a friend of yours, then you need to put friend next to it as an example, or something to let people know, what is going on in terms of that relationship of whatever it is that you happen to be promoting. And in addition to that, another thing with this is, let's say,
that's just ridiculous, by the way.
It is. Let's say that you have a product. Like D, if you take this down.
This is my friend.
Let's say, I know, right? Let's say that you have a product, right? Let's say that somebody sent you a
widget,
a phone. Right, or a phone case, because D's sitting here. Let's say somebody sent you a phone case.
Let's talk about phones, because nobody sends me phones.
If somebody sent you a phone case and they're like, hey, we just want you to use this phone case, right? We just think that you're awesome. We want you to use this phone case. And you accept that phone case. Well, if you take that phone case and then you end up making a video about it, since they gave you that phone case, then technically you have to disclose that they gave you that phone case. So just as a heads up, in terms of the disclaimers themselves, it's really important that if you get paid to do something, or if you don't get paid to do something, if you talk about the specific thing that they gave you, then you still have a relationship there to where they are giving you something in exchange for that exposure to their particular product. Therefore, it is your job as a content creator to make sure that you disclose that relationship with your viewers. And the reason for this is because it basically makes them informed on the weight, is the way the FTC says it. It makes them informed on the weight of your recommendation. So because of that, make sure that you are also doing that. But I have a link to that, and you can just download it. It's free, just so that you know what's going on. But I have a link to that handbook down in the description. So download that, save it on your hard drive, but don't leave the show, because I have more stuff coming for you.
So Daniel Patel brings up a very good point. He says, by the way, D's shirt is courtesy of Christopher Mast, who's a friend, right? So
he absolutely is.
Legion of Weirdos, he gave me this shirt.
Yes.
So now I guess I'm required to let you know that he gave me this shirt.
Take it off, D. Take it off. Take off that shirt.
I've been waiting my whole life to hear that. Right here live on your channel.
Okay, don't. What am I saying? Don't take it off. Don't take it off.
Yeah, FTC, be careful what you wish for. That's how you end up. That's how you end up with naked Nimmin running around.
It is, and that's the last thing you want. Trust me. Zach Talks Tech.
Oh, what's
up,
on,
man? Thanks
brother?
for dropping the 5 spot there with the new YouTube sticker, which is what is next on the list, and that is that super stickers are here. If you're a live streamer and people give you a super chat, they now have the option to use a sticker along with it. You just have to make sure in your settings that you actually have it enabled. Ours was both enabled by default, but just double check that yours are enabled before you go live next time. And they say here specifically, if you already use super chat, you'll now get super stickers. Your viewers can now interact with you in chat by purchasing a digital or animated image that will stand out. Learn more about super stickers.
So this is interesting. Just a little side note here.
But you can see that really quick. You can see that example in the super chat there left by Zach Talks Tech, and thank you again for that, Zach. We appreciate it.
But not inside of this. I can't.
Inside of what?
No,
Streamlabs?
it's not showing up.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it shows up here.
Yeah, it's not showing up here. Hey, Natalie, how you doing? So a super chat that was left with a sticker isn't even registering.
He's got another one. Hype.
It's not even registering as a super chat at all here inside of Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, interesting. Okay.
So I guess it's because
they might have some updates that they're going to have to do to bring it up to speed.
I was just going to say, because it's brand new, they probably got to update this. So I'm going to go over here and see what they look like.
So another thing really quick as well, another thing to bring to your attention on that endorsement thing, and I'm saying this because Eric Waite just said that that I use hair care products endorsements, but it didn't work very well, saying that he's bald also. But just as a heads up, they also do mention in that document that I put down below that you do not have to mention that there is not a relationship. So if there's not a relationship, you can talk about whatever you want, and then you don't have to worry about it. But if there is a relationship of any kind, that is when you talk about it. And with that said, I want to let you know that this stream is brought to you by TubeBuddy, the #1 plugin for YouTube content creators. This will help you learn how to grow your channel, A/B test thumbnails, get the right tags, know the right titles to go for, all the stuff that content creators are trying to do or that they have trouble doing. This tool basically helps you do it in an easier and faster way. This show is sponsored by TubeBuddy, and you can put TubeBuddy in for free to see what it can do for you at TubeBuddy.com/Nimmin. And in addition to that, you might as well go ahead and purchase the upgrade on the way in because you're going to love it.
And because of new rules, we also have to say that they're friends.
Yeah, and they're buddies too. Yeah, and they're buddies. Yeah, so even if they weren't sponsored, we'd be talking about it.
We're going to have so much fun with this.
Yeah, we are.
It's like I've been paid to make this video, and they're also buddies. And so this person sent me the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like change.
It's going to be fun.
Right, the whole video.
Yeah, so have fun with it. It's a little bit more of a headache, but, like Dee's saying, it's better to take situations like this and have some fun with them.
I did not say that.
That's what you just said.
No.
Because then in that situation, one thing that you can do, but that's a great idea, right? Trying to be positive here. One thing that you can do with that is you can kind of overdo it and make it something fun for your audience, like you just did.
I'm going to make it ridiculous because I've been sent so much stuff.
That was good, though. I love it.
I've got shirts. I've got hats. Mm-hmm. I've got jackets and hoodies. Yeah. I've got cases. I've got all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a video just dedicated to all the stuff that's been sent.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then it's like that. Yeah. And by the time it's like, you know what? I'm just too tired to continue this video.
Like this video is for the FTC is the name of the video.
That's actually might be my next video.
Yeah. So Paul, if you are sending people to your Amazon influencer store link, if they make a purchase there, you will get a commission for that. So because of that, you definitely need to disclose that as well. So for example, if you look in the description of this live chat, I have I put affiliate friend blah 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 next to everything that's down there, and the stuff that is mine specifically, I'll say that it's my website as well.
Yeah. So the chat is not working here on the screen, unfortunately.
Roe Fisher. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. Glad that you are finding the content helpful. Always good to get that positive feedback. Let us know that our information that we're sharing is falling on the ears of people that are taking action, that are doing something with it, and that are getting the result because they're doing something with it. That's where the big value comes in.
Roberto Blake's in the house, and he says make a diss track for the FTC.
Hey, dude, I'll definitely hop on that with you, man. If you want to do a diss track with the FTC. Yeah, I'll do it. We can share that around Twitter. Yeah, that'd be hilarious, actually.
Right? I went in on that one.
Yeah.
We got to get that going.
Yeah, Daniel Battel's in. Yeah, basically do the
a diss track for the FTC.
What have you done, Roberto?
Roberto, I like where this is going. We need to get all the people and just do a couple lines each.
Oh, that's so funny.
And just come in just like blazing,
that's awesome.
Right?
So awesome.
Just on fire.
Yeah. So good. Yeah, or just listen to any Eminem track. That's a good point there.
Roberto
Beanie
Blake
Charles.
says, yes, this is happening now.
Great.
And we're going to have
What have you done?
And here's the thing. We're going to have the uncensored version, too.
Yeah.
We're going to have like the radio edit, and we're going to have the uncensored version because I got a feeling it's about to go down.
Good. Yeah, I think
I got a feeling
so.
it's about to go down.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Roberto.
it's going to be rough.
Roberto just created a thing. We need to make this happen.
We do. And real quick, also, I just want to say, Roberto, man, you've just been crushing it lately.
Yes.
Dude.
Daily
Roberto,
content.
yeah, Roberto's
There we
been
go.
putting out daily content. Man, and he's just a machine right now, just cranking out a piece of content after content after content after content. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like,
Natalie, thank you for the super chat as well. It's going well. Thank you. Hope
I'm
you
not
are also doing well.
So this is really weird. I'm not getting notifications on my side of all of the super chats.
Oh, interesting.
Some of them are coming through. Some of them
might
are
just
not.
need an update.
It's this is really weird. So yeah, the thing about Roberto, the Roberto, is that he's an established creator, right?
Mhm.
He has nothing to prove to anybody.
Yeah.
He could totally just rest on his laurels and just like, you know what, I'm just going to do my own thing. But instead, he is grinding
Harder than most creators on the platform.
He is grinding harder
Yep.
than most creators on the platform,
Yeah.
making daily content, and it's good.
It is.
Good daily content. By the
is.
way,
F the FTC. Beautiful,
boom,
Daniel.
there it is.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? F the FTC.
Yeah.
Daniel, I love it.
Yep, and we'll put that around like the front door. All
Yeah.
right, F
Yeah.
for front.
F for
All right.
front.
Yeah.
F, yeah. Or forget.
Yeah. Yeah, or forget. Yeah, forget the FTC.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually a negative message. Yeah, that's,
Right.
that's like saying like go against what they say, which
Right.
then will end you up in legal trouble. So that's probably not the best.
Or how about
best approach.
How about fudge? How about fudge?
Oh man,
This is gonna get.
See, having fun already.
Yes.
Thanks, FTC.
Yes.
Yeah, we appreciate your love there, FTC, on making things complicated and giving us something to joke about.
Yeah.
So, next thing on our list that is also something that is not to joke about, and I've got a video coming out about this this coming week, is the whole FTC situation and COPA and all of that. So if you're not familiar with what's going on there, basically in a nutshell, it's another move to try to protect kids who are ultimately going to end up being adults anyway. But it's basically...
Super chat.
Oh, thank you for the super chat there as well.
Hey, John.
But it's another move to try to, protect children by not letting them see targeted ads, which they're going to ultimately end up seeing targeted ads anyway because they're not going to just be watching that stuff. But that's a whole other bag of worms that we won't get into too hard. But basically what's going on right now, you have until December 9th in order to submit your thoughts to the FTC. I've got links to that down in the description as well. So there's a petition that I want you to sign down there. There's a link to that. It's free to do. There's also a submission form that will take you directly to the FTC and basically give them insight, because what's going to happen if this passes is it can ultimately affect everybody and your ad revenue. So here's the deal. If you have content that you're putting out and you're thinking to yourself, hey, kids aren't watching my content, then you could be right, but you could also be very wrong, because basically all the information is coming out, or not all the information is coming out, but basically all the information suggests that everything is extremely vague in terms of interpretations and the definitions that they're giving for what is appropriate and what's not.
Hey, Jonah.
And how they're going to define if kids are actually watching the content or not. But there's that side of it, but then there's also another side of it, which is if they think that a large amount of kids watch your stuff, then that is also something that can put you at risk. So I can tell you this right now, a large amount of kids watch gaming content, a large amount of kids watch educational content, a large amount of kids watch how-to content, a large amount of kids watch our stuff. Right? A large amount of kids watch probably most of the content of pretty much everybody here in the chat, with the exception probably of Eric Waite, Whiskey Studies.
He probably,
he's probably in the clear. But
Dan Norton's in the house.
But for the rest of us, this is something that can be really impactful. And if they end up turning off the personalized ads, and basically what that means is personalized ads are ads that are targeted in terms of they're looking at like their user histories, the apps they have on their phone, how they're using those apps on their phone. Like there's like a big list. It's coming out in my video that I have coming out for this next week. But basically, if they think that kids are watching your stuff, then they can actually turn your targeted ads off on those videos or all of the videos on your channel. And if that happens, then what's going to happen is you're going to lose a ton of your ad revenue, a majority. Like I'm talking like 70-80% of your ad revenue, most likely. So it's like a big deal. So because of that, you definitely want to make sure that you put in your thoughts to the FTC and don't attack them. because they're reading these comments. So what you want to do is you want to let them know, hey, this is how this is going to impact me. I'm a content creator. This is something that I'm trying to do for, this particular reason. And because of that, I want to, I think that it's inappropriate because ultimately kids are going to be watching stuff anyway. Just give your thoughts on whatever those thoughts are. But down in the description where I have those links, you will also see a couple links to some talking points as well. So if you don't really know where to start on the information that you're sending to the FTC, it also will give you some talking points on some things that you can do to make a difference so that it doesn't end up costing you ad revenue. Because in my opinion, I don't think this is going to help kids in any way, shape, or form. I think that with the stuff that Google already has in place in terms of the YouTube Kids app, in terms of in Google Chrome, they have an extension that you can install that turns off personalized ads. You can actually go directly into your Google account and you can turn off personalized ads as well. But there's all these other ways that you can turn off personalized ads to where this isn't even required. So because of that, basically everybody runs the risks of getting impacted for no reason at all. So because of that, just share your thoughts. Let them know, what your opinions are on that. But I've got links to all that stuff down in the description as well. So really quick, I just want to say, Penny Haven saying thanks so much for all the knowledge. It's working for my channel. Our pleasure. We are glad that you are enjoying the content. And Zach Talks Tech saying he can't get enough of these stickers. It's going to be bad for his bank account. I love it. So yeah, YouTube's good at this stuff.
So Levi Allen is in the chat right now.
Hey, what's up, Levi? Nice to see you, man.
So I just got to say that right now, Levi is probably watching from the most unique location from anybody in the chat right now.
Yeah, a jungle in the middle of Thailand.
Right. So yeah, Levi is with Jevin Dovey. They're in the jungles of Thailand in a hut.
Yeah,
where they've been shooting elephants in VR.
Yeah,
and they still made it into the stream.
I know. That's what I'm talking about right
awesome,
there.
You guys.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm not sure what their plans are tomorrow, but we're supposed to hang out tomorrow.
Of Thailand. Yeah, man.
Hopefully, we might be doing like an impromptu live stream tomorrow as well, if we can convince them to come on. But we'll see how all that goes.
Yeah, we'd love to have you guys in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Levi says, "I'm surprised the service is so good." That's actually amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's one thing that they have here that is really good.
Internet's not bad.
Yeah, the internet's not bad, and the mobile internet coverage.
The mobile internet coverage
is pretty far and wide.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually clarify that. The general internet connection in buildings is okay.
Yeah.
Not the best, but download is really good. Upload is so-so. Mm-hmm. But on a phone, it's actually really good. The mobile coverage here is really good, and it's cheap. He says he's streaming HD in the jungle.
Nice.
That's
cool
what
I'm talking about right there.
How cool is that? I hope you guys are having a good time.
I hope you're having a blast.
Yeah.
GBI TV, thank you for the 25 pesos there. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Always appreciate those for sure. So let's see here. So what I want to let you know is if you are just joining us, basically we are going to be fielding your YouTube questions here for the next however long we're live. So in order to get your question answered, make sure that you go to the video description right now, and there's a form there. And in that form, you just put in the information that you want to know. You put in the information about your channel. This helps us give you the better advice. And then you put in your actual question down there at the bottom. So go ahead and do that, because I see a lot of questions right now in the chat. The best way to get those questions answered is to go ahead and put them in the form down in the video description, and we're going to get into that right here in a second. It looks like Bobstar X is also in the house, so I just want to say what's up, Bobstar
Bobstar X, how's it going? And mobile filmmaking, how's it going? Nice to see you in here.
All right, we got some fun usual suspects in here.
Yeah.
So the very first question, and you had something you had to say as well, or was that talking about Levi?
Something to say. I had a lot to say.
Okay, well,
I always have something to say. I wanted to talk.
What kind of worms did I open up?
I want to talk about Instagram removing likes.
Okay.
From the U.S. market. Now I know they've already.
When is that rolling out?
They've removed them in Canada already. They've tested that. And I think they did it in Australia, or they're testing it in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. But it's now going to happen in the U.S. So how do you guys feel about that? How do you feel?
Zaggy DK, what's up, dude?
Hey, Zaggy, how do you guys feel about Instagram removing the likes from your post? How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
If you're for it, type in yes. If you're against it, type in no.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what the overall feeling is like for the community here.
And while those answers are coming in, Roberto Blake, thank you for the 20 spot there. Roberto saying, quick reminder, YouTube gains nothing hurting creators. That's absolutely true. Mm-hmm. They aren't screwing you. They have to deal with regulations, and we take advertisers' money. Does your content make for a good vehicle for ads? Take responsibility. Absolutely. It all comes down to ownership, man. It always comes down to just owning, hey, this is what's happening. What can I do to deal with that situation? So thank you, Roberto, for that, and thank you for saying that as well. And, on that note, one of the things also that I wanted to bring to your attention as well, because it's actually next on the list, was that the Creator Studio is going away. soon that already they started rolling it out to about 1% of the creators who are using Classic. They no longer have access to the Creator Studio Classic. So just as a heads up, just wanted to let you know that they're starting to roll that out now. So make sure that you're getting familiar with beta. And I have a video coming out on my channel with Tom from the Creator Insiders channel. And one of the things that he mentioned, and this is also to help support, what Roberto was just saying, is one of the things that he mentioned is that, of course, that they are, angling the, benefits towards the viewers themselves because they want the viewers coming onto the platform. But when it comes to the creators, like we're the ones that are actually putting the content out on the platform. So they want to make sure that we're taken care of as well because, without content creators, then YouTube doesn't have, content to serve viewers. So just wanted to bring that to your attention as well, just for the sake of just saying, hey, they're not out to get you. They actually benefit when you benefit because that ad revenue that you're getting from your videos, they split that with YouTube, or you split that with YouTube. So because of that, for every bit of ad revenue that you get, they also get that and then scale that across the platform. Roger Wakefield in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, Roger.
Lil
How's it
Crafty
going,
Nook, what is going on? Nice to see you in here as well. Doug Houston, what's up, dude?
So it seems like there's a mix of people. Some people are for it. Some people are against Instagram. Levi says it's weirdish. Yeah, my thought is this. Like, if they're removing likes for mental health because people are, anxiety and that sort of thing, don't post on the platform.
Right.
Like if you know that certain things in life are stressing you out, like, hey, this bothers me. I know when I go here, I do this in life, it bothers me. Don't do those things.
Right. I'm like that with the news.
Yeah. The news bothers you.
Yeah. I'm very selective about news because it's something that if I start consuming news, I start getting like frustrated and I start thinking of all these things. And I'm like, why am I wasting my time doing this when it makes me feel bad?
Yeah. So I just look at it like if that's the reason why they're doing it, and I understand mental health and it's bothering people and anxiety and all that stuff. Just look, don't open the apps.
Right.
If those apps bother you, don't post on them.
Right.
And I've got bad news for you. And look, I love to be positive and I want everybody to succeed and be happy and all that good stuff. But reality is
coming. I love that.
The reality is if you can't handle likes on social media, life is going to eat you alive.
Yes.
Like you have a long road, rocky road ahead of you if you can't handle some hearts on an Instagram post.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, totally.
Life is rough.
Yes.
And participation trophies and shielding people from that sort of thing. It's not for me to make the decision, but I think that, look, man, that's part of life.
It is.
You have to learn how to deal with rejection.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to be, you got to be better. Like, hey, people don't like my stuff. That's unfortunate.
It's a sign.
It's a sign that you need, you lack the skill.
Try to improve.
You have to, You have to improve. Right. They're not just going to automatically start allowing people to play for the NFL.
Right.
Well, I want to play for the NFL.
Yeah.
But you can't. You'll get smashed.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? You got to practice. You got to build the skills. I mean, you got to be better. You got to learn to get those likes. If that's like, I don't care if I get likes or not. I don't care. Right. If you like it, you don't like it. I don't care. But if it's hurting you, you're going to have to toughen up because life's a lot harder than Instagram.
And that, kids, is the message for today. So for the FTC, for the kids watching outside of the FTC permissions, once they, that doesn't apply right now, but once they do apply that message was for you. Yeah,
Roberto says likes aren't engagement, it's shallow engagement. Yeah, it is. It is, but the thing is people are getting upset with that.
Natalie saying I got a degree in broadcast journalism and I hate the news too.
Right? Yeah, that's the thing with the news. Like we're both the same way, and I'm sure a lot of people in the chat are the same way. If you watch the news too much, it'll do a mind job on you. Because
some YouTube channels too. And we were talking about before. There's a local website. It's like a local forum for expats, and like the thing there, like that's another one of those things where like if you go on there and you're checking in every day, you start to get this like negative thing about like Thailand, this, that, and the other thing. Right, but then like when you're like, well, wait a minute, what's actually happening in the day to day? Then it's like, okay, this place is awesome, and then it basically can skew like your mindset and how you're enjoying your day-to-day experience. And because of that, I personally like to opt out of those sort of things and focus more on things that bring me joy and help me spread joy as well.
Well, that's like, they booted Alex Jones off of pretty much every platform.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge Alex Jones fan, but every now and then he would say something. They was like, you know what? He might be onto something here. Then he would totally blow it.
Especially the stuff about frogs.
Lizard people and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But, it's just like if you watch those sorts of...
there.
Right?
lizard people. Yeah, it's like,
yeah, you're on to something, man.
Yeah, it's like
Go.
as soon as they start talking about lizard people, it's like, oh yeah, this is great. You're totally on to something here, man. You're exposing it all now. You're getting them.
You're breaking the walls down, man. You have my full attention.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's just like if you just consume that negative stuff all the time, it's going to do a mind job on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, just don't watch that stuff if it bothers you.
And a mind job is a family-friendly way to say that. So the first question that we have in our form, and just so you know, just as a reminder, we are pulling the questions that I'm answering here from the form down in the description below. The very first question that we have in the form is from VIP Man YT.
Hey, man.
And let's see, your gaming channel, they are doing it for a hobby. And they say, currently, I unlist a lot of videos, 170, and I have about 140 public. I unlisted these as the videos themselves were not doing so well. Some I unlisted for other reasons. The question is this a bad or good thing, and is there any negative aspects to having a lot of dead videos? Also, is it good or bad idea to relist videos in the future, and how will YouTube react to this? Will they show it to subs, etc.? So basically, when you release the video, they're not going to send out notifications because that video has already been turned public, so you're not going to get like new notifications for that. They're just going to show up again on your channel. Now, in terms of if it's a bad thing to delete the videos, if you are getting traffic coming into those old videos and they are somewhat in alignment with the audience that you are reaching now, even though they might not be great videos in terms of like your interpretation, if people are still watching them, or let me take this even deeper and say, if YouTube is still showing them to people because people are responding to them and they're bringing traffic into your channel, in my opinion, you should leave those videos up for the sake of being able to pull those, you know, that traffic in. And if YouTube is promoting it out anyway, or if YouTube is putting it in front of people, then in that situation, I think that it's actually a value to keep the videos that are bringing in viewers. If they're not bringing in viewers at all, and the performance of the videos are horrible, then you're not taking a loss in any way, shape, or form outside of the public view counts and watch time that you've gained from those. And when you delete those, or not when you delete them, but when you make them private, then what happens is you lose the public watch time and views from those. So in that situation, if you were to look in your stats, you might see, like on Social Blade, for example, you'll see when people delete a bunch of videos, then Social Blade will show huge negative view counts versus inside of YouTube, it'll still kind of look like everything's normal. So it's the public stuff that takes the hit. But in terms of if it's going to hurt you or not, another thing that I want you to think about is like your long game. So let's say that you have a channel, like in your case, VIP Man, it's like, because you're doing this as a hobby, so you're not doing it in a way to where you're going to use it as like a positioning tool, at least at this point in time. But let's say that you are somebody that has a YouTube channel and you're going to use it, or you're already trying to use it as a positioning tool, or a way to, you know, advance yourself professionally in some way. Then in that situation, if you have older videos to where, let's say the older content isn't family friendly and you now have a family friendly image, or let's say that you say some things in some of that old content, or you're doing some things in that old content that negatively reflects on, you know, what it is that you're doing now. And if somebody professionally were to see those, you know, it would kind of shed a light on you that you personally would not like people to be introduced to. Then in that situation, then, you know, deleting those might be advantageous for you versus leaving them up for the world to see. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're a content creator and you're putting out content for the sake of putting out content, and you're not being strategic in terms of, you know, let me see if I can get my channel to get me to this particular point, you're just kind of saying, hey, I'm making content about stuff I love and we're just going to see how it goes. Then in that situation, if you've been doing that for a long time and you're doing well now, then I think it's actually cool to leave your old content on your channel, because it lets your viewers, the people that are watching your content and other content creators, see that progression, which I think is a really cool thing. Because, you know, a lot of people when they get started on YouTube, you know, they see all these other content creators that put out this really, you know, high production quality content, and like their presentation is good and like all the gear they're using is top notch and all this stuff, and they look at it and they're like, man, I can never compete with that. But then when they can go to a channel and they can look in the backlog and be like, oh, wait a minute, wow, they first started, they were just using a phone, or they were using a webcam, or they were, you know, just using some potato camera, and they were just getting videos up online and people were interacting with them. Potato camera, right? Yeah. And it's like, you know, like people were, you know, like they started out that way, then it can be like an inspirational thing. So it all depends on what it is that you're trying to accomplish, really, and that image that you're putting out. If you know, are protective of that image or not. You know, those are all things that you have to consider when it comes to deleting content on your YouTube channel.
So Jeremy Vest is in the house. How's it going, Jeremy?
What's up, Jeremy? Nice to see you in here. So hey, everybody, I want to let you know, Jeremy Vest he's been putting out some really cool videos. D, have you seen his motivational videos?
I saw like a really long one that he put up a while ago.
Yeah, he's putting out some of these.
I think he was testing something with it really like. It was like
he's got a handful of them now.
Does he?
Yeah, so
Okay.
so he's putting out some videos that are like a motivational type videos for content creators. Really cool stuff. So if you're like in a rut, or if you are just wanting to like be inspired when you're making your content, definitely click on Jeremy's name and go over and check out his channel, or subscribe and then go back there later, whatever. Just because he has some really cool stuff in terms of just the content that he's putting out to try to motivate content creators and just kind of keep people on the path of going after what it is that they love to do. So definitely check him out when you get the chance.
So I just happened to pause something here in the chat when we were talking about Instagram before. Beanie says you might not like it and you might be glad that it's ending, but it doesn't take away the fact that others don't like it and everyone has feelings. No one is right or wrong. You know the best solution to this would be, if you don't want your likes to show, a toggle switch.
I agree.
Right? Like you can toggle dark mode on and off. It's like, hey, I don't want to see my engagement. Turn it off.
Yeah.
And hey, surprise, doesn't bother you anymore. You don't see it.
Yeah.
Sometimes like that's just like a super simple problem that could be solved with just like, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah. Just a little slider. Boop.
Right. Just
done.
a little toggle switch. Over.
I agree.
Yep.
So next question that we have in the chat here is from Matt Hayes. Matt says,
hey, Matt.
Let's see here. He's building a portfolio of work is the goal of the channel. Says there's a lot of negativity around my niche right now. The team is underperforming. I've noticed among other videos in the niche that my negative ones are getting more traction. I always pride myself on the positivity and the glass half full outlook on my videos. Do I give in and make the negative videos for views, or do I continue with my own belief system and stay the course? Thanks as always. I love that question. It's a pretty deep question too. In my opinion, I think that you should definitely stay with your own belief system, but I have something that I want you to consider. So if you are somebody that is, always trying to put that positivity out there, which I commend you for, if you are somebody like that, which is awesome, again, in my opinion, that's what I think. But if you're somebody that likes to present things in that way, another thing that you can do is you can kind of use the negativity to pull people in and introduce them to positive ideas also. So like every now and then, like if YouTube has a change, like for example when they changed the monetization, I took that as an opportunity to bring people in on the negativity and then try to change the mind state of a lot of people that were freaking out about that particular situation, and just shed light on the fact that they still have an amazing opportunity here on YouTube, even though they changed the requirements from being monetized pretty much right away to having to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So because of that, I was able to pull them in on the negativity, but then try to try to switch them around to introduce them to more positive ideas. So if that's something that is possible with the content that you're making, and if that's the way that you like to approach things, then in that situation, I think that that would be a good way to tap into the negativity. But you have to be that shining light, so to speak, in terms of tapping in and then swapping people around if that's something that you're interested in doing. But that's my opinion. What's your opinion on that, D?
I wasn't even paying attention to a word you said.
Yeah, well, that's normal.
No, I was in
That's as usual.
That was such a long-winded answer.
Yeah,
like
as are most of my answers.
I'm just going to say yes.
Okay, good,
yes.
good.
Yes. No, it's actually a good idea. Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't have no idea.
Okay, good. Sweeney Johnson, Dunstan. I said Johnson. Sweeney Johnson.
Sweeney Johnson. Dunstan. That's Brian T. Johnson's alter ego, right? He's the barber, right?
Sweeney Dunstan.
The murderous barber, Brian T. Johnson. Sweeney Johnston. Hey, Kurd Gamers, how's it going?
The goal of the channel is to teach others how to play the game. Says, good evening, fellas. Good evening, Sweeney. A big YouTuber has started what I'm calling a rumor about YouTube deleting people's channels and their Google accounts for using emojis and stream chats. Have you heard anything on this? Thank you for your time. Keep pushing, brothers.
I love these rumors. Some people have just come up with the weirdest rumors.
So in terms of heard about that, yes, I have heard about that. And anytime it's a rumor and that it's a rumor in that particular case, then it's good just to spread awareness that it is a rumor. In other cases, sometimes things do happen and, it might seem like, oh, well, this is just ridiculous, but it does happen because, sometimes things just go wrong for whatever reason. So, just when things like that happen, you just have to look at it. In my personal opinion is you got to look at it and then you have to step back a little bit and you have to say what's really going on here, what's happening. Is this something that's impacting me or the platform or like what's going on? I think that's an approach to take with that.
I always enjoy the rumors that come around every so often where people are like, yeah, I heard by the end of the year they're changing the watch time hours to 50,000 watch time hours for monetization. Is that true?
Right. It's constant.
Yeah.
Kurt Gamers, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat here. Roberto Blake says, good idea, Nick. I'm going to trigger people mad at YouTube to bring awareness to the FTC making things worse and flip them to fighting for YouTube. Hey, in the Discord, Roberto, we should actually have a conversation about that because I'm doing the same exact thing on a video next week. So we should have that conversation in the new Discord as well.
So that the FTC thing that Daniel was talking about, it could be fingers.
Ah, good. Fingers to the FTC.
Could be fingers
to the
FTC.
Yeah,
but
good.
Yeah,
it's good. I like how you think.
That's Daniel. That's all Daniel.
Yeah, I like how you think.
That's Daniel's thing.
Yeah,
I've got nothing to do with that.
So the Journey Bunch, there's a super chat here that I missed. Journey Bunch says that what is the minimum upload rate you recommend in order to grow and why? So that's a really good question, and it all comes down to your bandwidth or what it is that you are capable of and how it is that you want to fit YouTube into your life. So there's some channels that upload once a month and they grow like crazy. Typically, that's animation channels. And there's other channels that the typical flow is like 2 to 3 videos per week. Some people do fine with, 1 a week. And when you say grow,
John,
when you say grow, there's also the side of your expectations. So are you trying to grow, 10 subscribers a month or 2,000 subscribers a month, right?
About
like how fast are you trying to grow? Because, typically as long as you put the time into learning how to make content that people respond to, and that's what your analytics are for, so you can figure that out. But as long as you put the time into making content that people respond to, then, the more videos that you upload, then typically the better chance that you have to, get your videos out in front of more and more people. Like you see right now, Roberto is going daily because he knows that his content gets a response and that when he puts content out, people are going to watch it. So in his particular case, since he's going daily, it's perfectly okay because he already knows what makes YouTube work. He already knows his audience. He already knows all the important stuff. So now he can just focus on, cranking out content. Now, if you're somebody that, let's say, is just getting started and you're not sure really how people are responding to your content or where to look to find out, or, there's still like a big learning curve ahead of you in terms of getting a handle on this stuff. In that situation, you might want to say, okay, instead of uploading daily or 3 times a week or even 2 times a week, I'm going to upload 1 time per week, depending on how long it takes you to make the content that you make. But I'm going to upload 1 time per week, and I'm going to spend the other days that I would typically be uploading actually educating myself on the platform, going into my stats, trying to figure out what's going on there, interacting with other communities around what it is that I'm doing so I can get like a really good idea of what's going on in the particular space of content that I'm making. So that one comes down to, interpretation in terms of what it is that you are trying to get out of it and like how fast, growing, like defining in order to grow, right? Because if you get 1 subscriber, you're growing, right? So you have to interpret, you have to be a little specific on that in terms of, being able to get a little bit more of a solid answer. But really at the end of the day, it just comes down to saying, okay, what growth rate am I trying to get to? How good am I at making content that people respond to? Once you're good at making content that people respond to, how often do I need to put out content in order to get me to grow at the rate or accomplish the goal that I'm trying to accomplish on YouTube as fast as humanly possible? Right, D?
I wasn't even paying attention again.
See, that's the theme of the day. So next question that we
I don't pay attention. When he starts, I'm just like...
tune out?
No, I'm usually doing stuff over here.
DNRGW Iron Horse Route says that they have, so they are on an 11 Pro, iPhone 11 Pro.
That's what I got. I was just spending the last 5 minutes trying to get my 11 Pro into this little charging base over here.
This isn't even a mobile question. I thought it was. So
okay,
the goal of the channel is hobby, fun, and some extra cash.
Okay.
Says, what is the best way to collaborate in a monthly series, a community news and highlight video with another similar channel in my niche? Should we rotate uploading to our own channels and just add it to a playlist, or is there a way to upload both, or should we do that? The other option would be making a separate channel together, but we worry that we might take away from our primary channels. What do you think? So the very first thing I would do is I would try one, and I would see how your audience responds to it, because ideas like this are always cool, because it's always cool to work with other people. But at the very top of it all, you have to make sure that your audience responds to what it is that you're doing. So because of that, I would try one first and then see how people get into it. Or two. So one thing you can do in this situation is you make one playlist, and then you make a video on your channel with both of you that's going to go into that playlist. They make a video on their channel with both of you that's going to go into this playlist. playlist, see how both of your audiences respond to it. And if you find it's about the same, then you guys can keep doing it back and forth on your own channel so that you guys both get the love off of it if you want. Or if one channel, if people absolutely love it and then the other one they absolutely hate it, then you can say, okay, well, we're just going to do it on this channel instead, and then that still gives us the opportunity to collaborate, and then I can just mention my channel and that sort of thing, instead of kind of forcing your audience to be presented with that type of content if they just happen to not be into it. Next on the list, Traveling Down the Banisters. That sounds fun. That's a great channel name. That sounds like a
watch out for razor blades.
Yeah,
that's
for
all I'm
sure.
saying.
Yeah, it sounds like a kid's book or something. Traveling Down the Banisters.
I like that.
Okay, so RV Lifestyle is the type of channel, and the goal of the channel is to make a business. Okay, if you use best for viewer in your end screen, does it refer to someone else's video or one of your own? If to someone else's, do you earn view time for playlists or end cards that point to other channels? Okay, so that's a fantastic question. Nobody's ever asked me that before. So basically, with your end screen videos on the best for viewer, those are best for viewer on your channel. Okay, so that's specific to you. And if it was another channel, just so you know, in terms of like how it works, if it was another channel on YouTube that you happen to be sending traffic to, let's say that it wasn't a best for viewer, let's say that you just said, hey, I think somebody should watch this video, I think people should be aware of this particular video from this other channel on YouTube, then technically when you send people to that channel, you're still getting credit, so to speak, for them not leaving YouTube from your channel. So since you sent them deeper into the platform, then technically you are still getting, if there was a point system, let's say if you send them into your channel, let's say you would get 5 points. If you send them to somebody else's channel, let's say you get like 1 or 2 points as an example, to where it's not as much, but you're still getting credit for not letting them leave YouTube directly from your channel. Right, D?
I guess. That's going to be the theme of the show. Whatever you say,
it is.
I'm just like, I guess, man.
Sounds
whatever.
good.
Sounds good to me. I'm on board.
So in the chat here, for all of you that are watching right now, so on your end screens, what do you typically put in your end screens? Do you recommend a video, or do you typically put best for viewer, or do you link to a playlist? Like, what is it that you do in your end screens? Give me a hashtag, and then let me know what it is that you do in your end screens. I'm just curious to know what it is that you do. Or do you do multiple videos? Do you do 2 videos, 4 videos? Let me know. I'm just curious to know. What it is that you do.
Mixing it up. I mix it up.
Mixing them up.
I you know what? Like if it's a video where I can just hand off and tell them to watch that video next and it flows, I like to do that.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't feel like it flows right,
Sure,
I just put like my end screen on there and I'll continue talking while I put up what to play next, that sort of thing.
Xteen does last video. Daniel Patel does recommend a specific video. Implosion Gaming does nothing. You really should, because over time, as your content library scales, it can really add up.
Nothing. Wow. Yeah, they're losing on that one.
I don't use end screens. My videos are usually only relevant for max 48 hours. You should also use your end screens too, just for the sake. Even though they're only relevant for 48 hours, I guarantee you that people will click on those end screens and they will watch those. If you still get views on any of your videos on your channel, then that tells you that people still come in, even if it's 2 views, people are still coming in and doing that. Yep. Doug saying that he usually picks them, usually to a playlist if he can. If recommended video and a subscribe.
If I have 2, I'll do like best for viewer, and then I'll put one
and then recommend,
and then I'll put one that's relevant.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do too. And the reason I do best for viewer and then I recommend one is because then that's me taking my stab at what I think it is that they should watch, and then I give YouTube, who's much smarter than I am, and they know that if they've already watched that video or not. So then that gives them an opportunity to watch something that YouTube thinks that they should watch as well.
Hey, Dal, nice to see you in here.
Design of the 9 says, I recommend one related and let YouTube pick the best for viewer. So 2 vids. Nice. Link to a playlist. Yeah, so we got a nice mix here on how people use the end screens. I love that.
Yeah, for those of you not using end screens, you are definitely missing out. End screens, cards, pinned comments, links in your description. All the stuff
they make available.
All the tools you have at your disposal, you should be using them. If you're not using them, you are missing out.
Absolutely you are.
Guaranteed you're missing out.
Guaranteed. Days of French and Swedish says they've been on YouTube for 10 months. Their channel is language learning. That's cool. And the reason that they're doing this for fun and education. They say, I should be coming up on monetization soon, getting near 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time in the year. Is there any sense in not monetizing for the sake of a larger audience long term for when I start linking to my own business with YouTube? Or do I have a better chance of YouTube promoting my videos if they contain ads? Thanks, guys. Hey, so if you're...
Hey, Andrew. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Andrew? Andrew Can.
Andrew Warner.
Andrew Warner. What's up?
We got 2 Andrews in the community.
Yep, it gets confusing. It gets confusing. All these Andrews.
One of you need to change your name.
Yep, all these Andrews. So when it comes to promoting your videos, what YouTube is more concerned with is keeping people on the platform and keeping people coming back to YouTube. So because of that, if your videos don't have ads turned on, that's not going to like limit the videos. If they get demonetized, then it can limit the video. But in terms of it being just not having the ads turned on, that's not going to be like a limiting factor for your video. However, if you are doing this as a business, because you said here that I'm going to start linking to my own business, if you're doing this for business, then I want you to think about this. I want you to think about, for every person that gets stopped on the way into my channel by an ad, if I had the opportunity to convert that person into a customer via them watching a YouTube video and then going to my website or whatever, then would that be way more beneficial for me? Which I'm going to guess the answer is yes. Would that be way more beneficial for me than what it is that I'm going to get off of the ad revenue? So because of that, I would just do the math and just basically try to get people converting over, which you're probably doing already, since you're not even monetized now anyway. Basically do the math. How many people am I generating from this? As I scale, how many people do I estimate that I'll generate from this? And then say, okay, if I get ads on these videos, then how much will that cost me in business if I turn those ads on? And then basically just do the math on how whichever one will benefit you the most.
So Leon DM says, can I be a moderator? Yes, you can, kind sir. Bend a knee. I will moderate you right now. Just sit tight. And Aaron, how's it going?
Who you moderate? What are you doing?
It says 2 of the best goats on YouTube.
We are goats.
Nice to see you in here.
We
Aaron.
are goats indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got the
Billy Goats,
the 24-hour live streaming goat channel.
Yep.
Like, how cool is that?
What's up, Aaron? Nice to see you in here, man. It was awesome. It was awesome getting to hang out with you on at Vid Summit.
And Matt Hayes, thanks for the super chat. Breakfast.
Says, can someone make you breakfast, please? Yeah, we're on our way.
It's on the way, man.
Yeah, we here. Hold on, really quick.
Just you
Matt
order that in.
Hayes. Let's see here. Uber Eats.
Careful not to send a drone strike.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Yeah.
Incoming drone strike, Matt. Sorry about that.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
my bad. Yep. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to. Yeah. Forgive us. Forgive us.
Yep.
Okay,
Pancakes
so
on the way.
Pancakes with drones. IG Steve says the goal of the channel is to build a community. It's educational type content. Said I've recently got an increase in views from suggested. My question is, do I make my titles for search or suggested traffic? I feel like if I make titles for suggested, they will get a higher CTR. Okay, so here's the thing you got to think about when it comes to search and suggested. 1, you got to think about the type of content that you're putting out. 2, you also have to think about if you optimize something for search, but then you also make it to where it would be appealing to somebody and suggested, then you're winning all the way across the board and you don't have to make the choice, right? So basically, if you include specific keywords or a specific keyword phrase, but then you also wrap that phrase within something that people would be likely to respond to and suggested, then in that situation, you're creating a double win. This is another situation where like using your thumbnails in a wise way is also beneficial because you can have one suggest the other in terms of like your title being a little bit more search friendly, but your thumbnail being a little bit more clicky in terms of, something that somebody would respond to a little bit more and suggested as an example. But on your particular channel, I would experiment with both just to see, what people respond to the most. But at the end of the day, if you do optimize for search, typically, and by optimize for search, I mean target keywords. I don't mean necessarily they have to use a keyword phrase every time, but I mean target keywords in your title, description, all that stuff. But if you are optimizing for that, then you still, people respond to the video, you're still going to get suggested anyway. Right. So because of that, you're kind of taking care of yourself on both ends. But what I'd recommend is trying to look at your titles, look at your content and try to think, if I'm going to optimize this for search, how can I still make this title in a way to where it's something that people would respond to a little bit more and suggested as well. Right, D?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sending out a tweet letting people know we're live here.
Okay.
And by the way, I want to thank you to everyone who is tweeting this out. Am I even on here? Yeah, everyone who's tweeting this out, everyone who is posting pictures of them watching our live stream, I'm going to retweet those
Nice.
as they come in. So
Who is that right there?
much.
Who's that?
That is Mr. Gary.
Mr. Gary, thank you for the
Lohan.
tweet there. We appreciate that.
You know, I'm gonna.
We got a picture. You pulling him up?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up because
Okay.
that's there he is.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
He's tweeted that, and there's two unsuspecting people in the background who have no idea that they're on the interwebs.
Yep. Well, hey, guess what? Guess what, people? You're on the internet now.
Thanks, man.
Oh, good stuff. Thanks
Love
for the
it.
share. We appreciate it.
Yep.
ZHX Pro Gaming. They upload 1 to 2 times per week, depending on the schedule. They do gaming content, and they do it to have fun making videos that people like. Is there a way? How do I make my videos more engaging compared to now because I'm not getting views? So in that situation, there's actually a bunch of layers that you got to peel back here. So on YouTube,
How many layers?
if you're not getting views on your videos, then you have to think of a nice handful of things. You got to think about 1, how are you titling those videos? 2, what are the thumbnails like on those videos? 3, what like when people do come into the video content, I'm actually going to look and see exactly how many views you're not getting. Hey, what's up, Eileen? Nice to see you in here today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at your channel right now. No need to pull it up, D. And it looks like, hey, you're getting like 24 views here, 23 views, over here. The very first place that I would start in your situation is I would start with your titles and your thumbnails. Very first place, because I'm looking at your channel right now. Titles and thumbnails, hands down, without question, is step number 1 for you. So I have a link in the description down below to something called the YouTube Creator Academy. You definitely need to make sure that you go through the YouTube Creator Academy. It's free, put out by YouTube. But ZH Pro Gaming, click on that link and go to the Creator Academy. Again, it's free. It's not going to cost you anything but time, but it's going to help you get a better understanding of how you're making your thumbnails, how you're doing your titles. And it's really important that if you want to get views on YouTube, it's really important that you make sure that you go through the process of understanding how that stuff works so that you can give yourself the best possible chance here. Tombo says they upload 1 to 2 per week. They've been on YouTube for 5 months now. They do gaming content. I would like to know how to increase retention and engagement on videos. So in terms of retention, you're going to have to use your audience retention reports inside of your stats because every video on YouTube is
super chat.
Because every video and channel on YouTube is different, and every channel that or every audience on YouTube is different. So because of that, the way that I do my videos versus the way that you do your videos is going to be different. There are things that you can do to save the viewer's time in terms of respecting the viewer's time. That by itself can increase your audience retention. And what I mean by that is don't just waste the viewer's time with a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. Instead, kind of get into, what it is that you are promising in the title and thumbnail so that they are, or at least suggest that you're going to be getting into it soon so that, right when the video starts, it's like, hey, this is, what's going on in this particular video, or, hang tight because we're going to start to build up into actually getting into what it is that I'm promising in the title and thumbnail. That can help your retention across the board on pretty much any content. In terms of the engagement, one thing that can help, one, is making sure that you're adding some type of value to the people that are watching, because when you're adding value to people, then people are going to naturally respond to that. 2, ask for it. A lot of content creators are afraid to ask people to subscribe to the channel, or to ask people to like a video, or to ask people to comment on a video. So because of that, it's really important that you actually ask and remind people, because if you're making content for YouTube, a lot of people forget the fact that, hey, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm thinking of comments and I'm thinking of subscribing and likes and all that good stuff. But for general viewers, if they're not content creators, that's not what they're focused on. So because of that, you want to just make sure that you're reminding people that they can do these things and that they're invited to do these types of things, right? Because then that way, if they're completely engrossed in your video, then in that situation, you can just be like, hey, it's towards the end of my video, whatever. So I'm going to just remind them to leave a comment. I'm going to remind them to like my video, just so that you can remind them that, hey, here's this particular, type of engagement that I would like to continue the conversation with, as an example.
Hey, did we also talk about the larger thumbs that they've rolled out? The larger thumbnails. Did we talk about that?
On our live streams on the homepage, we have not.
Okay.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
That's
that.
what I'm talking about.
It's going to be a short conversation.
Okay, well, that was it. That was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed that.
Larger thumbnails that are going to, if you don't have it yet, you will have it soon.
No, it's out. Everybody should have it now.
I heard somebody today saying they don't have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube said they rolled it out to everybody. It's like the default now.
Yeah, like YouTube rolled out. Like YouTube rolled out the snapshot for the videos.
Yeah, it might be localized. Yeah,
Yeah,
it might
it's
be
localized,
everybody in
right.
the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically,
larger thumbnails now for YouTube, so thumbnails matter even more than ever.
Yeah, if you logged into your YouTube homepage, you might have even seen this live stream on your YouTube homepage, and you are noticing that the thumbnails now are really big, they've gotten more important. They've gotten more important than they were, because there's two things happening actually.
It's on desktop and tablets.
So they rolled those out. Yeah, they rolled those out already for the homepage. But one thing that I have that we actually shared in our VidSummit presentation is we actually have an experiment. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this or not, but we're going to try.
Oh, Natalie, that's interesting. I'm glad you figured that out.
Let's see here. Let me go into a video here.
Are you still getting the larger thumbs on your phone?
Yep, that's what I'm getting ready to.
I still don't have those.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to show.
Yeah.
So it's an experimental thing right now, but I just want to bring this to your attention in terms of, for anybody that's like, oh, thumbnails, it really doesn't matter that much.
I just want to say that I've got Gmail dark mode. So what's up with that?
So check this out.
Yeah.
Right. So some of you might have this as well. If you have this, just give me a hashtag yes in the comments, because I'm curious. But basically, if you look at this is under a video. So basically, what it looks like, just in case you can't see it if you're watching on a mobile device, what it looks like is the home feed is now underneath the videos as the recommended video.
So a lot of people have that.
So a lot of people have it?
I don't have it.
Good.
People are saying yes.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so in this situation, right, this thumbnail right here in this autoplay spot, see how it takes up like all of that space? Prime real estate right there. You want that spot. You have to make sure that your thumbnails are getting a response, because if they're not, other people are going to end up in this spot, not you.
That's Boardwalk and Park Place right there.
Nice reference. Yeah, that's Boardwalk and Park Place. But basically, like, as you scroll up and you start going through it, you're going to see, let me do it this way, you're going to see here that they're all that big. Right? They're all huge. And another thing in this particular layout, one thing that they're doing is the comments are like all the way down here at the bottom.
Right.
So
beachfront property. Yes.
So when you're thinking about that, right? Like when people go down and they leave and you're like, hey, let me know what you think in the comments. When on the way down to the comment section.
Alternatively, by the way, in case you guys are wondering, what the alternative is this.
Yeah.
Where they show small thumbnails. So underneath the video, you're going to get smaller thumbnails.
Yeah,
with the title.
4 to 5 videos.
Right. So now, show that again.
Yeah. So in this case, yeah, it's you get the one underneath the video initially. But what I was getting at though is they have to scroll past all of these videos that there's a likelihood that they're going to click on before they even get down to the comment section in the first place. Now, as a heads up, when I was hanging out with Jerry D.
Jerry?
Yeah, Chicky Pie.
Yep, I know Jerry.
Yeah, so basically, when I was hanging out over there on his phone, and some of you might have this as well, with the comment section, he has it to where a little thing pops up and it says, hey, the comments have been moved. And on his phone,
I saw. Yeah,
they moved it to the very top.
I've seen.
So it's like video and then comments.
You've got to tap,
then other.
Yeah,
stuff.
I saw some people who have I think who made a video on this. Name is slipping me right now. God, barbecue guy. Apologies, man. Name is slipping me.
Barbecue guy Cosmo?
No. I can't. Jay Malone.
Oh, okay.
Jay Malone made a video on this. So they moved the comments. So now you have to like tap on a comment area up at the top, and it pulls down a little comment tray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Jerry has.
I don't have that either.
Yeah.
Weird. Sorry, Jay. Forgot your name there for a second.
Good morning, Rock Climbing Grandma. Thanks for stopping
going?
by here. John, Motivation Theory. What's up? Nice to see you in here as well.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, all this stuff.
Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue says Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. Is it us?
That was you. I was talking about you.
He's talking about you.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's amazing, all the different things that they're rolling out to different people. They're testing this, they're testing that, they're testing this, they're testing that. And what gets frustrating is because like we're in the same region, we have the same phones, we have the same everything, but we'll get two totally different things. Like right now, he has the new YouTube. I don't have it. But I have new Gmail dark mode. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have it.
Yep, but I haven't updated my iOS yet.
Yeah.
So that might be it.
And you still won't have it.
Yep.
But remember, you got Facebook dark mode like days before I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, weird. It's weird how they roll that stuff out.
It is. But you are in the local store as well, where I'm in the US store.
But my Android isn't.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah.
You got me there.
I got
Pinned in. I'm boxed in the corner.
And that's why I don't listen to you when you say right, dude. I just turn you off, man.
Traveling Down the Banisters says, thank you for answering my questions. You guys are great. Traveling Down the Banisters. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. And glad that you are enjoying Nimmin Live.
Yeah.
So next up on our list, we have Ashley.
Smoking Joe says, did you guys chat with Cosmo at VidSummit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Cosmo's my homie. Absolutely, we did. Yeah, I'd like Cosmo a lot. Darian. Ashley Wicker says, let's see here. They've been on YouTube for 6 months. They have a channel that is lifestyle and cleaning. Their goal of the channel is all of it, mostly branding and money. Says, how can I start to introduce a variety of content onto my channel if I have mainly focused on cleaning and cooking videos? I want to start vlogging and branching out, but I don't want to lose the following I have. I love this question because a lot of people need to hear this. You have to swallow the fact that YouTube...
Swallow the fact?
Yeah, you have to swallow the fact that
Okay.
YouTube is about the people that are watching your content, right? So all of us want to make, you know, a bunch of just random type of content on our YouTube channels, right? However, it's what the viewers are responding to that matters.
Yes.
So, you know, it's good to say, okay, well, you know, I want to be creative and I want to have these creative outlets because that's a positive thing to do. But here's what I recommend. If you want to do that, have a channel for that. Have that creative outlet channel, something to where it's just kind of like, hey, I'm just going to put up whatever I want here, and then we'll just see how that goes. And then have your main channel to where you're serving a specific group of people with the content that you're putting out, and then see how that one goes, and just compare the results against each other. And then you're going to see pretty quick, you're going to see how that's going to work out for each one. So in terms of, you know, spreading out and your audience, how did you actually frame that here? In terms of
X to 9 watching us from Norway.
In terms of introducing a variety of content onto your channel, just think of the people that are coming to my channel and they're subscribing to my channel. They're coming there for a specific thing, and sometimes that thing can be the creator only, right? That's absolutely a thing. But first, it's important to reel people in with a specific type of content because you share that interest, right? So with me, I love YouTube, I love videos, I love doing all that stuff. So because of that, like, the type of content that I make is a perfect fit for me, which also makes it a perfect fit for content creators because I'm into it as much as they are, right? So it's a great fit. So in your case, if you're into cooking and you're into, what was the other one? Cleaning. If you're into cooking and cleaning and that's your thing, then you're going to attract people to that channel that are like you and that are also into cooking and cleaning. But when you start branching out into all of these different things, then what you're doing is you're kind of polluting or segmenting your audience. And here's where that can get kind of tricky, especially if you're just getting started, which you are, is... If you publish a video on cooking and then you publish another video on cooking and you publish another video on cooking and people are like, hey, I love the cooking videos. These are fantastic. These are great. I love watching her cook. I love hearing her recipes and all the different things she's doing with cooking. And then you publish a vlog. Well, some people are going to be like, well, wait a minute. This random vlog isn't something that I really care about because I care about the cooking stuff, right? So you're going to be able to quickly identify with your audience exactly what their tolerance is. But if you want to start introducing variety type content, one thing that I would recommend to you is this. If you want to do vlogs, feel free to do vlogs, but I would do vlogs around the interest of the people that are coming to your YouTube channel. So if they're coming there for cooking and cleaning, do vlogs around cooking and cleaning, right? So like if you do something on cooking, then maybe instead of doing it in your kitchen, maybe you do a vlog where you're at a family barbecue and this is what you're eating and this is how you're preparing the family barbecue and all of that stuff, instead of just having to be locked into your kitchen, for example. So if you want to introduce a different format, do that, but still keep it within the type of content that you make or the interest set of the people that are watching your videos, to increase the results that you're getting, especially when you're starting a new channel. Because right now, what you're doing is you're building the foundations of what your channel is going to be in the future. And once you get, once you get that ball rolling, once you get that momentum happening, then you can start experimenting a little bit more. But right now, it's really important that you just focus on getting that momentum and building that community up and just putting out the videos that people respond to so that YouTube can start identifying, hey, these are all the types of people that like to watch this type of content. So when they come onto the platform, these are the people that we're going to show the content to. Or every time they hit their homepage, these are the people that we're going to show this particular content to.
I want to take a moment and give a shout out to Shirley Ann, who says, D, I filmed my first video today on my new iPhone 11 Max.
Nice.
First of all, welcome to YouTube. Welcome to YouTube, and congratulations on the purchase of the new iPhone 11 Max. I gotta say,
more importantly, congratulations on actually taking that first step of making content.
Yes, congratulations all the way around, and really enjoyed that phone. I gotta say that I almost didn't purchase this phone, and it was the best decision phone. It's the best phone I've ever owned, hands down.
That's a pretty strong endorsement. I guess we should say that that's not sponsored, even though we don't have to.
You know what? Apple would not send me a phone. That'd be great. That would be great to not have to pay for Apple products.
It would,
right?
But yeah, Shirley, congratulations to you. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to the creator life.
Yes.
I do want to give you. I want to give you a heads up, and everybody in the chat, I'm sure can co-sign what it is that I'm saying. Just give me a hashtag yes if you agree. There's a lot of work that goes into YouTube. There's a lot of information that you need to learn when it comes to YouTube. Most importantly, just make the stuff that you love and just keep making that over and over again, like you just heard me talk about. But there are some nuances to the platform, and there are proven things that you can do to get that initial momentum on your channel. So make sure you learn those things and make sure you put in at least a little bit of time educating yourself on how this stuff works. There's also the YouTube Creator Academy. It's completely free, and there's a link to it down in the description. I really recommend that as a new content creator. I really recommend that you go through that. It's just filled with tons of material that will leave you with tons of insights into making the right choices with your YouTube channel. So I really recommend that you go through it. And really, as a new content creator, I still go through it. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I help other people with their channels and all that, but I still go through the YouTube Creator Academy typically once a month, unless I'm feeling lazy, and then I'll go through it like once every 2. But the reason for that is because every time I look in it, I have a new set of eyes, so to speak. So even if you've been through it, if you're a content creator, for anybody watching this, if you're a content creator and you've been through it already, still go through it just periodically, even if it's once every 6 months. Just go through and catch yourself up on the information, because as you gain more and more experience, as you read through the information there, you're going to start seeing and being able to interpret things a little bit more differently. So Design to the 9 says, D, I shoot on my phone now. Would you say the new iPhone is as good as a DSLR? Not yet.
You shut your mouth.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
I know I need to get better. I know I need to get a better setup. I'm wondering if I should go that route or a DSLR. Okay, so here's the thing. The phones are not as good as a DSLR.
No.
However, you have to, take a step back from the gear, right? The gear trap, and say, what is it that I'm actually shooting? And also go into your analytics and look at how many of your viewers, look at the percentage of your viewers who are actually looking at your content on a mobile device. If you find that the large majority of the people are looking at your content on a smartphone, keep shooting on your smartphone. Even that said, if you're shooting in 4K, you're editing in 4K, you're rendering and uploading in 4K, even people watching on a television, it's still going to look good to you. So they're still going to look good to them. So I would say this. If your content looks good already and you've got a microphone hooked up to it yet, and this is the important thing, make sure your audio is good. The optics are fantastic in the new phones. Make sure you get a microphone. Make sure your audio sounds nice and crispy. And if it looks good and it's well lit and people are already responding to what you make, roll with it, because the camera is not going to make your channel succeed. Right? It's what you make with your phone.
Say that again. Say that again, please.
The camera, your gear is not going to make your channel succeed. Now, there's gear that can help you shoot certain things. Like if you're trying to be a filmmaker, you're probably going to want a gimbal. You're probably going to want a DSLR, right? But I know you're doing, do-it-yourself content and fix-it type stuff around your house, I think your phone's pretty good for that. So if people are responding to it, I would say get a microphone if you don't have one already. Make sure your set is well lit. Because phones love light for the most part. But I think if it's working, just keep going. Keep going with what you have. Cameras will not make your channel succeed. It can solve problems and make you a better filmmaker in some situations, but it's not going to...
and it can make it look better. It can give you that like fancy blurry background, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be like, wow, look at that background. I'm subscribing. They're gonna subscribe because of what it is they're getting out of your content.
Right.
Yeah.
I guarantee no one in this chat right now has found a video and says, you know what? I'm going to subscribe because of the camera you shot it on. Right? People are going to say, wow, you make great looking content.
Right.
Maybe you're a good video, maybe you're a great personality, whatever it is. People subscribe because of the content that you make and not what you make it on.
Yes.
So, but if you're going to be a filmmaker, by all means, get the DSLR, get the gimbals, get all this stuff. But if you're, what you're doing, talking head type content, it's not necessary. Light that room up and get a microphone.
Yep.
Booyah.
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 Booyah. So next up, we got Zach Talks Tech for the next question here. The kind of channel, of course, is tech commentary and reviews. And the goal of the channel is to educate and inform people about tech.
I want to do a little back thing on that.
Okay, yeah, go.
If you want to get a DSLR, get a DSLR.
Sure.
Right? Because, like you say, there is some things like if you want a blurry background, right? That bokeh, that depth of field. A DSLR is going to help you do that.
It definitely raises your production value, for sure.
And in some cases, it's easier to shoot on a DSLR. If you want to get the DSLR, by all means, get a DSLR. Do you need a DSLR? not for, do-it-yourself type stuff or talking head content. It's not necessary. Just wanted to throw that out there. Hey, Dale, how's it going? Self-publishing with Dale.
Hey, what's up, Dale? Man. Nice to see you, man. It was awesome hanging out with you at Vid Summit. I keep saying that for people for Vid Summit just because it was like, I had such a good time, as always. Background music. Okay, so Zach wants to know the background music in videos, yay or nay. Have a look at mine as an example. What's your opinion on the use in general or background? So typically as a consumer, I personally like background music. I haven't found on my content that background music matters or not, as long as the background music isn't too loud and overbearing. I suggest that on your channel, Zach, that you do a handful of videos that have background music in them and a handful of videos that don't use background music, and then basically combine both of those into 2 different groups in your analytics, and then compare them against each other in your analytics. All you have to do is just open one group, and then you just click compare, and then you select the other group, and then you'll be able to see right there like average view durations and things like that averaged out across the 2 different groups. So then you can start making the decisions on which ones people respond to better. So because of that, I would definitely just use the grouping feature. And the same thing applies. Like if you're testing like backgrounds and you're testing, music, or you're testing like calls to action for different things, like I would definitely use the grouping feature for that, and basically just run the test the way to where you make a handful of videos one way, handful of videos the other way. And make sure that you're only experimenting with one thing at a time in the actual content itself, but basically do one way, one the other way, and then just put them into groups and then compare them that way. If you don't know how to compare them in groups, I think I've got a video about it. I'm not sure which one I actually mentioned it, but I do have that in a video. But if you have any questions about it, just hit me up on Twitter, man, and I'll just show you where to go in your analytics in order to do that. So next up on the list of questions here, we've got Hooked by Robin. Robin says that she uploads twice a week, and they've been on YouTube for a year. They make how-to content, and the goal is to make a living from it. It says, how do I increase my CPM? So you increase your CPM by making sure that you're targeting the right type of viewers in terms of the actual country, because if, for whatever reason, you're getting a lot of traffic in, countries that are not top tier countries, then of course that's going to pull down your CPM. But in addition to that, it really comes down to just making sure that you are targeting the right demographic of people in terms of age range and all that stuff with the interest sets that they have, and just putting out content on a regular basis. And then what you can do once you have your current content out, or once you have a nice stack of content out, is you can actually go into, because topics are going to make a difference too. Topics make a really big difference. So you can, once you have like your content library, if you have, let's say 10 videos out, or you have 100 videos out, you can actually go into your stats, and then you can go and you can sort by your CPM. So in that particular case, what you can do is you can say, okay, well, I'm going to sort by my highest CPM to my lowest CPM, and then within that, I'm going to be able to tell these particular types of videos that I make on my channel are the ones that drive the higher CPM. So because of that, I'm going to make more of those types of videos. Now, another thing I want to bring to your attention, once you do discover that, one thing that you can do, hold on, what's he say here? One thing that you can do once you do find your videos that drive the highest CPM is you can actually start grouping those into content sets as well, to where it's like if somebody watches this video, they're likely to watch this video and the next, and you can start grouping those together, and then you can start you can put a playlist together and start driving people into the playlists that have videos with a higher CPM in them as well, which can also help just bring up the ad revenue that you're making on your channel also. So so those are basically in a nutshell how you do that. All right. Next up on the list, we've got Ghost Pirate. Ghost Pirate, love the channel name. Ghost Pirate says they've been on YouTube for 6 months. They've been they upload about 3 times a week. Their channel is a travel channel, and the purpose of the channel is branding awareness. It says, can you tell me what words are considered spam, and are emojis considered spam also? So it's not necessarily that words are considered spam or that emojis are considered spam. It's obsessive use. So when it comes to obsessive use, that means that technically YouTube defines spam as repetitive or unwanted comments. So basically, if you like, I'm sure everybody here gets comments on their channel where people are like, hey, subscribe and all that stuff. It's like sub for sub type of comments. So those, if people are going and they're just putting that same comment on, a bunch of videos, then they're spamming YouTube with the call for people to subscribe to their channel. So because of that, that falls under spam because it's repetitive and unwanted comments. So that is spam. If you were to go into my chat right here, if you were to go into the chat where everybody's just hanging out and they're, acting like civilized human beings, and you were to go and you were to start just dumping tons of emojis in there and just tons of, words or phrases, just random stuff, and you just keep dumping it in there just for the sake of, getting the chat moving, and it's unwanted, and it's like Thailand says, like this it is. But like if you basically go in and you're doing that, then what's going to happen is you can trigger YouTube's spam filters, and by doing that, then you can be viewed, so to speak, in the eyes of YouTube as a spammer because you are just dumping all of that stuff into the live stream comments or comments on a video as well. So because of that, you just want to make sure when you're doing this stuff, when you're interacting on the platform or any platform, that you do it in a way that is, respectable to the creators and the other people in the community as well, for the sake of avoiding getting any type of spam problems. Let's see here. I love your scalp more than your videos. Thank you. You must know. I appreciate that. I have quite the scalp. And I don't know if I should take that as a threat or not. Like, you love my scalp. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Okay, so next up on the list, that's a joke, but I'm not a comedian, D. So I'm not sure how well that landed, to be honest with you. Would have been better if you were in here.
No one, including myself, even smiled.
Yep.
When you said that.
Kalukadukka's Puzzler says, love that channel name.
Their name is literally funnier than what you just said.
It is. Study and Fun says, can we upload videos on YouTube Kids or add our videos to YouTube Kids? So basically, as you're putting out content, that is then that your content and the people that are watching your content are going to help deem your content that way, which then will end up into the YouTube Kids app. And I actually don't work with and haven't worked with a channel that targets like 13-year-olds and under.
I just realized the entire time we've been streaming the air conditioner
thing's on there. Yeah, that's us paying attention, right? Okay, so Matt Gabrielli.
That's hilarious. Nobody said anything.
Yeah, nobody said, just leave it there. It'll be our thing for the day.
I'm gonna start sitting like weird objects.
It looks like Brian's feet are actually on the aircon.
It's like he's surfing. It's like he's surfing the air.
Yeah,
right. Like if you position that properly. Brian's writing.
So they have a vlog channel. The purpose of the channel is brand awareness and to support the business. How do you niche down? I've uploaded 200 videos, and a few of my top performing videos were from my wedding that brought a lot of subscribers, but I'm not sure which direction to go. I enjoy teaching and educating on life and personal finance related topics. So what you need to do in order to niche down is you need to say, okay, who is it that I'm making my content for? Like Super Chat. Who would be the ideal person or group of people that would watch and consume my content and enjoy it so much that they would want to share it with other people, right? And then you make content that is specific to that particular person or that particular group of people. That's how you niche down. Typically, it comes down to picking a topic that you really enjoy and that you can talk about consistently over the next handful of years, something that you already talk about a lot and that you are already doing a lot. And you make videos around that specific thing. So if a lot of your stuff has come in from your wedding, then in that case, maybe people are just into you as a couple. And then in that case, just doing, just regular vlog content about your life might be the ticket there, versus trying to come up with something that isn't a great fit. So because of that, what I would do is I would say, okay, well, this is what people came in to subscribe for. So let's start, since you're doing vlog content anyway, let's start showing them some of our life and see how people respond to that. If they respond, keep going that route. If they don't, then start thinking, okay, well, what else can I do here? But in terms of you enjoying teaching and educating on personal finance, then you can actually talk about that through your vlog content if people are already responding to that side of what it is that you're doing.
You got 2 super chats with good questions.
Okay. I will pop those open, D.
All righty.
And I will read them.
All righty.
Okay, question number 1 is from Hooked by Robin. Hooked by Robin says, thank you for answering my question. I had a bit of a fangirl moment when hearing you shout out my name, so we'll have to rewatch later properly to listen back.
So Michael Helly says, is the air conditioner friend, are they friends? Just checking for the FTC. So we have nice prime placement right up here. Yeah. And so we got to say that Brian G. Johnson, author of this book,
he is a friend. And Sean and Benji Travis are also friends as well. Links to both of those are down in the description. And if you're just joining us, this show is brought to you by TubeBuddy. They are the sponsor of this show. It is also the #1 plugin for YouTube content creators that will help you A/B test your thumbnails or test your thumbnails so that you can find out what works the best, help you find the right topics to make videos about, and help you manage your channel as a whole in a really awesome way. So if you're a YouTube content creator, you should install TubeBuddy at tubebuddy.com/Nimmin. Even if you don't use tubebuddy.com/Nimmin, I still do recommend that you install TubeBuddy so that you can see what it can do for you. But Hooked by Robin, that's very cool. I appreciate that. Glad that you enjoyed that. And no need to rewatch because we'll just do it again. Hooked by Robin. Hooked by Robin. Hooked by Robin. Hooked by Robin is awesome. You know what? I'm actually going to look at Hooked by Robin's channel, and we're just going to make this into a moment for Robin.
We're going to make this a hooked. Is it Hooked by Robin?
This moment is brought to you by Hooked by Robin.
Hooked by Robin?
Yeah.
We'd like to kindly introduce Cody Warner to the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Cody Warner.
Hashtag no small creator in the house.
Nice to see you in here. Nice to see you in here, Cody. Thanks for swinging by. We appreciate it. Cody Warner is another awesome creator that also supports other content creators in terms of helping content creators realize that there is no small creator. That if you're a creator, you are large.
That was smooth.
Large. It was. Thank you. So yeah, if you want to pull up Robin's channel here real quick, let's just talk about Robin just for a quick second.
Yeah. Let's pull Robin up. There you go.
Yeah. So here, I just want to bring some attention to Robin here. Robin has, she does crochet tutorials every Tuesday and Friday. She has 61,000 subscribers at this particular moment. If you are into crocheting, and this is not, was not a planned ad or anything like that for Robin, but I just wanted to make this a quick moment for Robin. But just as a heads up, I really like the stuff that you are making. Of course, I wouldn't wear it because it's pink, but I think that it's I think it's a pretty cool skill set.
Yeah. I wish I could crochet, actually.
Yeah, you can, D.
I would make.
There's this thing that would really that you should really check out. It's called YouTube.
Yeah,
and they have tons of stuff. And there's actually
I don't have the patience
there's actually
to
somebody
crochet.
named Hooked by Robin that will show you how to crochet.
I don't have the patience to crochet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we've got Harry Tornado.
That's like. Can we get like best name of the day?
That's
right
awesome.
There.
Harry Tornado. Love it.
Best YouTube channel name of the day.
Good.
The visualizations I have on that.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Yeah. So, okay, brand deals. I have just over 4,000 subscribers.
Can we please look at their channel?
Okay,
Pull their channel up.
Okay, let's see what Harry Tornado's got going on.
Yeah, we got to see what's going on in the Harry Tornado channel.
Man, nice bold. I love that font they use for the writing font. Hold on. Let me make sure it's family friendly real quick.
Okay. Yeah, it's
selling. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Risky click of the day on that.
Yeah, we're good.
One. All right, here we go. Harry Tornado.
Yeah, Harry Tornado.
Ooh, great font choice.
That is a really good. I like that middle font right there. I'd love to know what that is. That looks great.
Okay, that's a good
fantastic
font. It's a great font.
Yeah, Harry Tornado. Love it. Fantastic.
All right, there you go. Okay, questions.
Okay, so brand deals. I have just over 4,000 subscribers and very high engagement. Niches, reselling, buying stuff from thrift stores, selling on eBay. How can I reach brands that would offer sponsorship? So what you want to do is you want to reach out to people that are in alignment with what it is that you're doing. So if you're doing like reselling... There we go. D,
you got some like gas going on in your stomach?
Yeah, I do.
You need some Tums?
No, I do need to drink some water though.
Drink. Breathe, man. Breathe.
So basically, if you're doing like reselling and you're buying stuff from thrift stores and things like that, what you need to think about is you need to think about who's the best fit for you. And then you need to approach them in a way that is more about what it is that you're adding to them more than what it is that you want from them.
Fantastic. Right? Cool name.
So it's basically... So it's basically, in a nutshell, approaching them with an idea that you have for something that would be a good fit for them. Like, hey, I'm trying to work on, or hey, I'm putting together this video about XYZ, and I think that you would be a fantastic fit for it if you'd like to collaborate in some way, and just kind of open the door in that particular situation. At the very least, put yourself on their radar by getting a big, humongous list of people together or companies together that you think would be a good fit for what it is that you're doing, and reach out to them all
with a plan.
And reach out to them all and just say, hey, this is what I do on my YouTube channel. For the ones that you actually enjoy and the ones that you like, and that you think, would add value to the people that are watching your content, let them know. Say, hey, I like the stuff that you have. I like what it is that you're doing. This is my channel. Like, if you don't have a plan yet, this is my channel. I just wanted to connect with you, let you know that, if you would ever like to collaborate in some way, that I'm here, and just leave it open-ended like that as well. If you don't have a plan at the moment, and then reach back to them in like a month or two with an actual plan. With an actual plan to where it's like, hey, Let's say that you're, hey, I sent you an email last month. I just wanted to follow up with that and let you know that I actually came up with a plan, and I think that you'd be a great fit for it. So you've opened that door a little bit, you've introduced yourself, and then you follow them back up with a actual plan. Zach Talks Tech, thank you for the super chat there. Ooh, that's a big one. Look at that.
That's what she said. Thanks, brother.
Says, let's do this again. I need a new voicemail. We did this about a year ago, if you recall. This voicemail is brought to you by Zach Talks Tech. Start now and leave a message. I'll record and add it to my voicemail today. Thanks. Okay,
right.
Ready?
You got this. You go.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, go.
Okay. This voicemail is brought to you by Zach Talks Tech. Start now and leave a message.
Beep. I don't know if you're going to leave that beep in or not, but it just felt like
Here,
the right.
Yeah, I'll give him a couple more.
It felt like it. Yeah.
Yeah, give him a couple more.
You want to phrase that a little bit differently on the start now?
I'm doing what he says here.
Okay.
This voicemail is brought to you by Zach Talks Tech. Start now and leave a message.
Can I give it a shot?
This voicemail is brought to you by Zach Talks Tech. Start now and leave a message.
That's what I was going to do.
All right, go.
This voicemail is brought to you by Zach Talks Tech. Start now and leave a message.
All right.
Yeah, you've got some options there.
Yeah, there you go. You got some options, some different stuff to work with there.
Let's tag team it.
Okay, now real quick, let's just do a random one. Ready? Let's just do our own version, right? Just so he has that too. Okay, ready?
Hold on. You gonna go first?
Yeah.
All right. Go.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What is going on? You just reached Zach Talks Tech. Here's what we want you to do: start now and leave a message.
That was pretty good. I've actually got nothing after that.
Oh, come on, man! You got something. You got something.
All right.
Go.
Hey, thanks for calling. You've reached Zach Talk Tech. No, I messed that up.
Yeah, talks.
All right.
That's good, though. That's good. Here, you stop at Zach Talks Tech, and then I'll come in with start now and leave a message.
All right.
Okay, ready? Go.
Hey, thanks for calling. You've reached Zach Talks Tech.
Oh, sorry. I missed my cue. All right, go.
All right. Hold on. You guys want to know how to get monetized on YouTube? If you get people to pay you
to make voice messages, we're open for business.
We're open for. We can do this.
This is the little side hustle that we'll create.
Right,
here.
we can do this all day long. Right?
All right, go.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Gotta get in character.
All right, go.
Hold on.
Oh, you can't even do it. Oh, I love it.
Hold on,
okay,
it's
ready?
coming. I've got like a weird pink color on my skin on the
yeah.
Something's wrong with the thing. Okay, ready?
Okay, probably that you've been laughing. That's probably it.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
And after I say Zach Talks Tech, you do.
I'm not looking at you because I'll start laughing if I look at you. Okay, ready? Go. All right, ready? Go.
Hold on, I gotta hold something up.
Okay.
I legit can't look at you.
Okay. Go.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, we'll be here all night.
Okay.
Right, hold on.
Okay.
Because this is for Zach, so we got to do this for Zach. Ready?
Okay, ready?
What is going on? You've reached Zach Talks Tech.
Start now and leave a message.
That was pretty good.
Okay.
We could have probably done that a little bit better.
Let's do it one more time, just for good measure.
All right. Hey, what is going on? You've reached Zach Talks Tech.
Start now and leave a message.
Right, there we go.
All right.
I like it.
There we go.
I like it. That was pretty good, Zach.
Yeah,
I hope you got one out of that.
Yeah, I hope you can piece something together there. Gave you a bunch of different options there. That was all kinds of fun.
Woo.
Yeah, it was good. All kinds of fun. So TSG.
That's why
I come here from laughing.
That is why I come to live stream every week.
Yeah, because there's always something. Those moments.
It's for those moments. Those moments where I go home and my girlfriend says, "How was your night tonight?" And I lay in bed and I lay back and I say, "It was an awesome night, babe." Yeah. You want to know why? Because we recorded a voicemail for Zach Talks Tech. And now everyone who calls Zach Talks Tech is going to hear our voice. And they're going to go, "Who are those idiots?" Yeah,
why in the world would you have those guys on your voicemail?
They sound like Americans. Why would you put them on your voicemail, right?
Yeah, his sample is probably like, this. You want to hear how stupid Americans talk? Listen to this. Thanks for calling. You want to hear how stupid Americans talk? Listen to this.
Yeah, right? We were just set up for failure, right?
TSG says, hi, would you have any advice for a gaming channel? I've been uploading daily for the past 4 weeks. I'm new to creating videos. I have certain videos outperforming others. Love to hit 1,000 subs and more. Keep going. Yeah. And I know that that's not the answer that you're looking for, but keep going. So when it comes to YouTube, you want to, like what you're doing with looking at your past videos, that's very good because you can start slowly seeing what people respond to the most. But my advice for you more than anything else is to educate yourself on what works. So as a gamer, as somebody that is a gamer, look at YouTube as a game. Don't look at it as YouTube. Don't look at it as like, hey, this video platform. Look at it as a game and say, I'm going to figure out how to beat this. So what you want to do in that situation is you need to educate yourself on the rules of the game. And you do that by going through the YouTube Creator Academy, watching videos like mine and other people that make content like mine, so that you can make sure that you are educated on what you need to do in order to understand how your audience responds to your content. It's also important to know, since you're just getting started, that the audience is everything. So you really have to get really is acute the right way to say that? Like, you have to get an acute understanding, a very detailed understanding of your audience, who it is that's watching your videos, and the things that they want from you in terms of, you know, the type of content they enjoy the most, so that you can make sure that you're giving that to them over and over and over again. And if you keep doing that, then you'll do fine. But make sure you educate yourself on the rules of the game first, while you're uploading content, and make sure that you spend tons of time in your analytics and looking to figure out, you know, hey, what is it that people are responding to? This is part of the game. I'm in my stats. I'm trying to figure out how people are responding to what it is that I'm doing. And I'm also going to look at competitors, other people that make videos on the particular games that I'm making videos on. And I'm going to start also trying to find patterns there. And I'm going to start trying to figure out why their audiences are responding to what it is that they're doing. If you approach it like a game and you approach it with that mindset, you're going to do great.
RPM Nexus, what's going on, Matt? Hope you're doing well. We should, you know, we should call up Mike Russell and have him do one for Zach.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right?
That would be awesome. I think he does those on his live streams.
We should just
he does. They do Jingle Friday,
right?
And with Jingle Friday, they put together like a legit jingle
for people.
Yeah. So it's
cool
just like
that?
So it's like you super chat them, and then they'll put together. I mean, there's like music and like
really?
A whole, yeah, dude. They put like full productions together for people. It's pretty awesome.
Here we go. Ready? You've reached Zach Talks Tech. Thank you so much for calling. No,
man, you so had it.
I almost had
ready?
it. Ready? Go.
You've reached Zach's. Man, I lost it. Dropped and I missed it.
Ready?
Okay. You've reached Zach Talks Tech. Leave a message. No. You've reached Zach Talks Tech. Leave a message. Start now. You've reached. No, hold on. I gotta wait for that drop. Hold on. It's coming right here. You've reached Zach Talks Tech. Start now and leave a message.
Not bad.
All right. Yeah, it's not great.
Kind of screwed that up, but not bad.
Yeah, it would have been better on that first drop.
You missed
where
it.
It goes from that, and then it starts going with like the boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that would have been. That
could have been something.
Yeah, it could have been. We blew it for you, Zach. We blew it, man. Kiara Chantel says, how can I start receiving views on old videos? Start driving traffic to the old videos. But before you do that, you have to make sure that your old videos, and this is going to sound mean, but it's not, I promise. You have to make sure that your old videos are worth sending the traffic to. I mean, if you created them, sure, they're worth sending the traffic to. However, you need to make sure that people respond to those videos the way that you want them to respond to the videos, as long as people are watching those videos for a fair amount of time. And what I mean by that is go into your audience retention, see how people are actually interacting with that content. And if people are interacting with the content, they're watching that video for a fair amount of time, then go ahead and start sending people there. But basically, the videos that you're making now, you can always reference the videos in your backlog. You can put together playlists of relevant content, and then you can link to those in your pinned comments. You can link to them in your end screens. You can link to them in YouTube cards, all of that stuff. So just actively start sending traffic there. Now, as a heads up, when you start doing that, if people keep responding to those videos, then YouTube is going to start showing them to people anyway. Like, as your channel grows, like I have videos on my channel that are years old that YouTube just out of nowhere will just start showing them to people, because I'll start sending traffic to those videos, and then it starts getting activity going to those videos. And then YouTube will start, showing those videos out to more people. So send traffic to them so that you can just get that, fresh data in there, and you can keep those videos kind of active in that respect. But make sure that you're sending people to videos that people enjoy, because if it's videos that people aren't responding to, then it's going to not do you any good, because if people aren't responding to those videos, then you're kind of sending them to stuff that is proven to not work for you, right? So because of that, just keep that in mind.
And
what were you gonna say, D?
Speaking of videos,
Fresh Data is the name of Daniel's new rap album. Yeah, and that's the album with the diss track on it. We're starting that. The title track is going to be F the FTC.
I think I just kicked this.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty in the middle, I think.
Okay. So
Jeff Eatley, what's up, dude? Nice to see you in here.
Hey, Jeff Eatley, how's it going, man?
NSS
Hope
Studios.
your dad is doing well,
what is
Jeff.
Up?
Hope your dad is recovering well from the surgery. In regards to old videos getting suggested out to you, we were just talking about that today. We were walking through the mall. We were eating and we were on our way here, and we both got suggested a video as a year old on how to 3D print a house.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, those old videos come out of nowhere. So you got a super chat here.
Super chat.
So real quick, D, if you want to pull up my screen, I'm going to look at Smoke and Joe's thumbnails here really quick. So we're not actually doing like channel reviews.
I did pull up your screen. And
yeah, we're not actually doing like channel reviews today. However, I am going to give you just a quick tip because I did pull it up when you asked. So I am going to give you some quick tips here. Ultimately, you need to go in, you need to look at the actual stats on your thumbnails because that's going to tell you how the people that YouTube is showing your content to. It's going to show you how they are responding to them because those are, that's your audience. I don't watch this type of content. So because of that, I'm not necessarily your audience. But just some best practice stuff that I want to bring to your attention. The very first one is if you look at the text right here on my computer, this is really difficult to read. So because of that on a mobile device, it's going to be even more difficult to read. So because of that, I would really recommend that if you're going to use text in your thumbnails, that you make it text that is easy to read, right? Like this smoked turkey, for example, a lot easier to read. This smoked brisket one, this one's also easier to read. However, another thing that I want you to think of in terms of best practices is you see how you have like the meat here in the background. It's kind of like a reddish tone to it because it's meat. Here you have like an orange text going over this, and there's not much separation because the stroke on this is so thin. There's not much separation between this orange and the meat, which helps this text kind of get lost, right? So because of that, I would also experiment with different colors here to kind of help that text kind of pop off of there a little bit. Up here also, in this one, when you're using the text on there, you're also putting a lot of text in this situation. You want to keep your text limited to just a few words. You're not trying to explain everything that's happening in the videos. You're not trying to, just fill this thing with information. What you're trying to do is you're trying to just stop them, grab their attention, and then they either click on it or they read the title, and then they click on it from the title itself, and then they come into your video. So that's what you're actually after when you're making thumbnails. So one thing that I recommend to you is I recommend that you, because you see TubeBuddy here on the front of the thing, it's a link in the description. If you're a TubeBuddy user, actually test your thumbnails, and then you're going to be able to quickly start identifying, hey, when I do this, it typically works better. When I do this, it typically works better. And when you're testing the thumbnails, a couple of things that you need to keep in mind is you need to keep in mind that sometimes you'll look at your thumbnail and you'll say, hey, this click-through rate is higher than normal, but then you need to also consider the topic as well, because that can also, cause an inflation or a decrease in the amount of interest in that particular video, which would then encourage or make people not click on that particular topic based on the topic only, not just the thumbnail itself. But basically, what you want to do is over time, you want to look for patterns on what people are responding to the most. And same thing with like your view counts, right? Look at your view counts, and your view counts are going to tell you, hey, these are the particular videos that people are responding to more than other videos, because every time I make a video on, let's say, for example, my first cook on this smoker or whatever, every time I make a video on these particular topics, people respond to them more. So when I make videos on these particular topics, they don't. And another thing I would do, because some of your view counts, these are decent view counts, right? These aren't horrible view counts. So because of that, I would also say, okay, well, the ones that aren't, I need to go in here and I need to start working on these because like this text is really hard to read, for example. But in a nutshell, that's the recommendations that I have for you on your thumbnails in terms of best practices. Okay, so traveling down the banister says, stop showing the ribs, I'm so hungry. Nice, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so next up, next question that we have here on our list here, coming from the responses through the form that is down in the video description below this video.
I want to tackle something real quick. So Lil Crafty Nook says, my CTRs are great, but my views are still low. That's why your CTRs are great.
Right. Yeah, if you have a really high CTR and your views are low, then typically what that means is that just the few people that YouTube is showing your content to, like they're responding to it. But outside of that, like the idea here is basically like as your video gets more and more views, typically that can drive the click-through rate down. Now, if YouTube finds that perfect audience for it or whatever, then that can, help bring it back up. But once your numbers start getting really, really big, then typically that CTR ends up getting driven down. Right. So what you need to do is to figure out, like, hey, what's really going on? How good is this? Is one, you need to look at the view counts that you already have. And two, you also need to look at the impressions that YouTube is giving you. So you don't look at the impressions since published, you look at the impressions over a certain date range. So let's say, for example, like when you first published the video, you're getting a lot of impressions on it because it was a new piece of content, but then the traffic has slowed down on that video. So what you can do in that situation is you can narrow down the date range, which will also adjust your CTR. You can narrow down the date range and you can say, hey, YouTube actually isn't even promoting my stuff hardly anymore. So because of that, the CTR that I have and how people are responding to this video isn't good enough. So I need to see if there's anything that I can change in order to get for YouTube to start giving me more impressions on my video.
So I want to say what is going on outdoors with Eric. And I also saw
What's up, Eric?
Zelf Photography slip in here.
All right.
Hope you guys are doing well.
Okay, next up on our list, we have a question from Beanie Draws. He says,
the Beanie?
He says, y'all know what I do in the what kind of channel do you have? Absolutely, Beanie.
Beanie Draws Dinosaurs.
The goal of the channel is giving tips and inspiring others to draw more. So the question is, people are asking me what pencil I use. Should I reply with a canned response with a link in the comment and say it's an affiliate link in the comment, or direct them to the description of my video, which I'll include the same affiliate link, or skip the affiliate link altogether and just give them the brand name of the pencil, the pen I used, and miss a potential sale because of the FTC. Am I right? Okay, so here's the thing is in that situation, I would direct them to your description just because it can be a little bit more clear there. Sure, they'll be able to click on it directly if you put it in that comment, but I would still send them to your description because it's going to be easier to manage. Plus, you're not going to fill your comment section with just a bunch of links. So because of that, I would just direct them to that. Or if you have a lot of people asking, then I would pin a comment with that in there. But keep in mind that pinned comment might be better used sending people into more of your content instead of sending them to that particular link. So you're going to have to make that call. But when it comes to putting it into as a response to a bunch of comments, I would just direct them to your video description. There you can make sure you're disclosing everything properly and all of that. Next up.
You got the sniffles. You getting cold?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
Del Cecil Runo says...
hey, Del. How's it going?
Says they make content on a Galaxy Note 3. They have a channel for authors, writers, and book reviews, brand, money, and to be a known author. So it's a positioning thing as well. The question is, freebie tools for keyword topic planner for mobile creators. I know TubeBuddy, but their free mobile app is a bit ... Any other questions? Love your channels both. Thank you guys. Okay, so
mobile specific. So keywords everywhere went paid. So that's no longer free.
Yeah. So so because of that, in terms of free, yeah, you're really kind of
Google Trends. You could try to. It's not keyword related, but you can get more topic based.
Yeah, technically,
Google Trends.
If you want to, if you want to run ads on something, then you can access the keyword tool inside of Google AdWords. Mm-hmm. However, on a mobile device, I'm really not sure. I've never even tried to get in there on a mobile device. I don't even know if it's possible. Just because a lot of this stuff is locked down for mobile creators. So in terms of the best thing that you can do in that situation, I really don't know. But I can tell you that right around the corner, you are going to very soon. You're going to have a fantastic solution for that. So I can tell you that.
Dahl, I know you are always following my channel and you're active in my live streams and we talk on the Twitters. So as soon as there's a couple of things coming in the pipeline, and I will let you know about them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, mobile creators are going to have some awesome stuff coming here in the near future.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Fun playing with Lainey and Zachy. They upload 1 to 3 times per week. They've been on YouTube for 2 months. So we got a newbie here.
All right. Welcome to YouTube. Enjoy your journey.
They make kids educational and family fun content. The goal of the channel is to have fun. Do you suggest new channels use these web businesses that offer to up your views if you pay? Absolutely not. So since you are new, this is really important that you understand Fun Playing with Lainey and Zany. That is actually a violation of the YouTube terms of service, and you can lose your channel over it.
Yep.
So you absolutely, under any circumstance, do not ever under any circumstance want to use any type of view inflating service, any type of engagement inflating service. If you do that, then you risk losing your YouTube channel. And when you do get traffic from those places, you do get subscribers from those places. When that happens, you will end up losing them as well, because basically YouTube does clean outs. They just had one to where
they do purges.
Yeah, they do purges to where they basically go up and they clean out those accounts because they can detect those. So they go out and they clean them out. And the last thing that you want is the foundations of your channel built on bot accounts.
How many people in the chat right now say yes if this has happened to you? You've looked at your analytics.
Before you move the chat up, because I know it's getting ready to happen. Craving Yan, I just want to say thank you for the super chat. And also collaboration experimentation says small token of thanks for the work you do. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. All right, go D.
Am I that predictable?
Well, no, I just know what's going to happen in the chat when you ask for feedback.
I'll go full on hairless tornado if I have to.
Go, do it. I don't believe you.
Right. So show of hands, if this has happened to you, say yes. And I know those of you who've been on the platform for a while, you know what's going on. But if you're new to YouTube, have you opened up the YT Studio app, or maybe you look online and you've lost subscribers? You're like, wow, I just lost 10 or 20 or 30 or 100 subscribers in a single drop. If that's happened to you, type in yes, because what's happening, that's a purge. And YouTube is deleting spam accounts. They're deleting spammers. They're deleting bogus accounts. They're deleting those inflated accounts that you can purchase. Those are getting wiped out. So that's what's happening. If you're like, hey, what is going on? I just lost 50 subscribers in a single swoop. What happened? Swoop. That's a purge, and that's why they're getting rid of spam accounts. So that happens to everyone. But you just need to be aware that's what happens when you buy that stuff. They will go just as quickly as they came.
Yes. So Craving Yan, who left the super chat there, they say that to date, I published 40 educational videos in 90 days, less than 100 subscribers, less views. What to do? Help me. From India, please help. Okay, so here's the deal. Just because you publish videos does not mean that you're going to get rewarded with views or subscribers or anything like that. It comes down to how people interpret what it is that you're doing. If they enjoy your content, they will subscribe. If they don't, they're not going to subscribe. Just because you brute force publish videos does not mean that things are going to go in your favor. You have to make content that people get into. You have to make content that adds to people in some way. So if you publish 40 videos in 90 days and you got less than 100 subscribers, one, that's fine. Two, that all that means is that you shouldn't panic, and there's no it's not because you say what to do. Don't panic. All you need to do is you need to start going into your stats and trying to understand why people didn't respond to your content. You also need to go through the YouTube Creator Academy, which is free and it's put out by YouTube. A link to that is in the description down below this video. And the reason for that is because if you put out 40 videos and you have less than 100 subscribers, then you probably need to go through the YouTube Creator Academy to get a deeper understanding of what it is that YouTube wants from you, so that they'll show your content more, and to get a deeper understanding of basically how to make content that people respond to.
You have to earn views. You have to earn subscribers. You have to earn the community that you build. And that just takes time.
It does. It takes time and understanding.
It takes time. It takes understanding. Usually it takes a lot of videos in most cases.
Yeah.
So just be patient.
Yes.
Be patient, grasshopper.
Be patient. Did you just call him a grasshopper?
I called you a grasshopper.
Oh, you called me a grasshopper.
I'm calling you a grasshopper.
That's the first time today that I've been called a grasshopper.
What are you going to do about it?
It's the first time.
What are you going to do about it?
It's the first time.
Man up. What are you going to do about it?
All right. I'm going to tell everybody about that spot you have on your back.
Oh, it's Hairy Tornado time.
Yep.
That's going to be like a thing, like Hairy Tornado.
Yeah.
That's one of the best channel names.
It is.
I've heard since Mower Man.
It is.
Remember Mower Man?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It is. Yeah, and that's appropriate for that back spot. RAB says, are you doing reviews? No, we are not at the moment.
No, he just pulled the one up. He just pulled the one channel up.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. We're not really doing reviews yet.
Designless Entertainment says, thank you guys for inspiring me since 2017. Thank you for watching the content, and thank you for continuing to try to improve with what it is that you're doing as well.
So Ken370Z Vlog says, should you make 100 crappy videos like Roberto Blake says? Here's the thing. Roberto's not saying to make 100 crappy videos, like literal crappy videos. Like, do the best that you can do. But what's going to happen is during that first 100, you're going to learn a ton.
Yes.
And then what's going to end up happening is down the road, you're going to look back at those videos and go, wow, those videos are pretty crappy.
Yes.
Compared to where you will be.
Yes.
But he doesn't mean like literally just like,
throw up whatever. That's not what he means.
Do your best. Do your best. But once you start to have some success, you will look back at those early videos and go, wow, those are pretty bad.
Yes.
So that's what he means by that. But yes, you should make those videos. You should make content, continue to make content, and continue to learn from every video that you upload.
Yeah.
So yes.
Word.
Yes.
Next up is from Leon DM. And Leon says they've been on YouTube for 3 years. They make vlog content, and the purpose of the channel, the goal, is vlogging and fun with friends. Says, I've been at it with my channel for quite some time now, and I've watched all of your growing videos. I was wondering if you have any more tips to grow since I only have 360 subscribers. Thank you. So if the goal of your channel is vlogging and having fun with friends, then the growth side of it shouldn't be as important. So what you should really say, where the goal of your YouTube channel is the goal is to have a big YouTube channel.
Super chat.
Is the goal is to have a big YouTube channel, because if you're saying like, hey, I'm wondering because I only have 360 subscribers. So again, like
right on, Roger. You got it.
It really comes down to like how people are responding to what it is that you're doing. So if you're vlogging and people aren't responding to it, then you have to make that choice. And this is why I ask what the goal of your channel is in the forum, because you have to make that choice. Like if your goal is, hey, I'm just doing me. I'm just vlogging and I'm just showing people my life and all of that. And if people respond to it, cool. If not, that's cool too. Then you just keep going, keep doing your thing. But if your goal is to, have a big YouTube channel, then in that case, you need to say, okay, well, I need to really start paying attention to how people are responding to how I'm editing my videos, to the topics that I'm choosing to make videos about, or the things that I'm choosing to do inside of my vlogs. Because if I'm trying to have a big YouTube channel, then in that particular case, I need to make some adjustments in order to basically give the audience what it is that they're wanting, versus me just hanging out and having a good time with my friends, right? So it's really important to be extremely clear on what it is that you are trying to do, because that's going to dictate, the decisions that you make along the way. Again, hanging out with friends, you're doing that already. You're doing a fantastic job. You can consider yourself a success if that's the goal that you're trying to do. You're just having fun putting some videos together that you guys are always going to remember and have these moments to look back on. Like, you're winning already, right? And in terms and the fact that 360 people subscribe to that is a huge win. Now, if it comes to growing the channel, then in that case, then it's like, okay, well, I want to hang out with my friends, but I also want to have a lot of people view this stuff. Then in that case, you have to sit down, and it's going to change the dynamic of what you're doing a little bit, because instead of it just being, hey, I'm hanging out and having a good time with my friends, it's going to be, I'm hanging out and I'm having a good time with my friends, but I need to make sure that I do these particular things in the video because this is what my audience is responding to. Or I need to make sure when I'm editing the video that I don't add these particular things, because these are things that the audience that is watching my videos, these are the things that they are actually not responding to that much. So you have to make the call, and then when you make that call, you have to act accordingly in order to get what it is that you want from the platform.
All right, so I want to welcome the Urban Explorer, Neil, aka Star-Lord, and Brian G. Johnson.
What's up, fellas? What is up, fellas?
In case anybody's wondering, Brian G. Johnson is the author of Tube Ritual. You can get a copy of this book in the video description. And Nick, what does this book help you do?
This book will help you go from 0 to 5,000 subscribers and more. And it's and more because it teaches you the foundational principles of YouTube. All the stuff that you need to know, all the things that I keep telling people that you need to go to the YouTube Creator Academy for. Go to the YouTube Creator Academy, read this book, and you're going to have a much deeper understanding of how to propel yourself forward when it comes to YouTube.
Now, Brian, there's two things that you need to know about today's chat. First of all, we left the air conditioner remote by accident on the desk for the first 45 minutes, and it was sitting right at the bottom of your feet. So it kind of looked like you were hoverboarding or surfing our air conditioner aircon remote. So thank you for that, my friend. This video is not, or this live stream is not sponsored by
whatever air conditioner remote.
No way. It's called Johnson Controls.
No way.
What are the odds of that?
For real?
Way. I don't yes, look at it. You got it's called Johnson Controls.
Switch it.
I can't. Which one?
Your camera?
Okay. Oh, hold on, mine.
Your other camera? Yeah, I'm really deep.
It's not focused.
You can't
the focus is out. It's called Johnson Controls. It's called
if you look right down here on the bottom, that's hilarious.
It says York Johnson Controls. How crazy is that?
That's so funny.
I never knew that. So the second thing you need to know, Brian G. Johnson, is that we're going to make a diss track. This is Roberto's idea.
Yeah, so you're in on this too.
It's called F the FTC.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a diss track, and you're in on it. So, this is happening. We got to make this happen.
Yeah.
So that's now that you're up to date, Brian.
Yep.
Hope you're doing well, my friend.
So I'll have a full instrumental produced and verses written for everybody by this time tomorrow.
Yes, and I hope your stomach is doing better.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, Andrew's wanting to do the remix. Absolutely.
Yes, we need a remix.
Yeah.
We do.
We should. Okay, so next question that we have on the list.
And hey, Nell, how you doing?
Hope that you are speedily recovered, Brian, from your thing. Brian and I had a great time in Mexico.
Yeah.
So much fun. Yeah, so much fun just like hanging out and talking and just kind of chilling. It was a good time. We had a good time.
Yeah, it looked like a good time. I was getting pictures. I was getting pictures from those guys at the beach. And let me tell you, you have not lived until you've seen Brian D. Johnson and Nick Nimmin together in Speedos.
Yeah.
It is that's how I lost an eye. I just stabbed it right out.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, absolutely. You know, it's funny, when we went there were a lot of people, and I didn't really think about why there was literally nobody there by the time we left.
Yeah.
That explains it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains it.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are lathering each other up with SPF 50.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
it was great. Maker Brain, let me move this along really quick.
That's what buddies do.
Let me move this along really quick. Maker Brain says they upload 1 time per week, but it ends up being about every other week. So that means every other week. And they have a maker/craft channel. It's a hobby, and I want to teach people. And the question is, as a new YouTuber, what should be my first revenue stream to generate money from YouTube?
Oh, good question,
so that's a great question.
That's the right question to ask.
It is. So for that, because of the type of content that you make, I recommend that you start with affiliates. When you do that, make sure, I actually have a link in the description below to the new FTC disclosure guidelines. So make sure that you're disclosing properly what it is that you need to do. But the very first thing that I would do in your situation is I would start with that. Now, once you get really good at making content, since you do maker/craft stuff, you can also start putting together like courses. Right? You can start putting together courses to show people the details of how to do the specific things that you're doing, or to take them through a specific process of what it is that you're doing. So there's also services that you can use for that.
Super chat.
There's also services that you can use for that, like uscreen.tv, for example, which is a friend of mine. I need to disclose, but it's also a great service. But you can also set things up through Kajabi, or as a side note, you can even use like your YouTube memberships eventually for like more exclusive content and that sort of thing for people. But those are 2 great ways to start, because ad revenue, yes, you can generate ad revenue. But in terms of getting more out of what it is that you're doing, the affiliate side of things is definitely something that you should explore without question.
Yep.
Right, D?
You got it.
All right.
So Catherine Plays says, hey, D, I have a simple intro maker for people. It's a website. It's Panzoid. Yeah, Panzoid is a great website for people who need like intros and stuff like that. Get what you pay for. It is free, but that's what you need. It's pretty good.
Collaboration Experimentation says, there, you got your $10, I think. And I can lost. I'm not sure what the and I can lost means. But thank you for the super chat there. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, Zach's going to Puerto Vallarta.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. We were going to go there.
Have a good time there. Yeah.
Yeah. Rapid Squirrel Garage saying hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. Hello, Red Squirrel Garage.
The Nasty Natty.
513.
The 513.
Representing
Nasty
in the
Natty.
house.
Yeah.
Taper John, what is up, man? Nice to see you in here. Okay, so next up on our list, let's get into some more YouTube questions. Next up on our list, we have... let's see here. The Journey Bunch. And if you're just joining us, I do want to let you know that this stream is brought to you by TubeBuddy. It's the #1 browser plugin for YouTube content creators. Help you grow your YouTube channel, help you test your thumbnails so that you know which ones people respond to the most, and helps you manage your channel in a whole bunch of amazing ways. So make sure that you check out TubeBuddy at tubebuddy.com/Nimmin. I've also got a link in the description down below this video so you can see what TubeBuddy can do for you.
There you go.
Next up, we've got the Journey Bunch. And the Journey Bunch, and just as a heads up, I'm saying that more than I normally do because the FTC requires me to now. So,
the TubeBuddy thing.
Hey, do you want to go ahead and just start? You want to go ahead and start coming up with some ideas for the FTC song?
The explicit version?
No, the fingers to the FTC version.
Fingers to the FTC. Yeah. That's we're gonna have to find the track.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to find the track, and for that we're gonna go to Epidemic Sound.
Okay.
And we're gonna, or we can make it. We can make the track, or we could get something, and then it's just gonna go fire from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess whatever channel it's going on.
It's gonna be ugly.
I guess whatever channel it's going on,
all
it will have
them.
to be.
Yeah, all of them. It should be on all the channels.
It should. I agree. How long have you been making videos? Over a year?
We should remix it and put it on different channels.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of different remixes. That's good.
Right?
Yeah, it's good.
Get different people to come in different spots and do different remixes and edits and stuff.
That's good. Huge project. That'd be good. The lifestyle channel.
There you go.
The goal of the channel. I'm a host of another show called Smol11, primarily hosted with the Smol app. Wifey and I created this as a way to create our YouTube presence using our existing audience.
Roger, flush the FTC.
Oh, that's good.
The F stands for
flush.
Roger, you got to come in and collaborate on this with that.
That's good. It opens up and he's just there with like a plumbing wrench.
Yeah. Kunk, right?
So
That's good.
What is the minimum upload rate recommended to grow within the platform? Same question that we had before.
That's good, Brian.
Same thing applies in terms of the
Oopsie, that's
the minimum upload rate. You can upload a video a month and grow. You can upload 2 videos a week and grow. You can upload daily and grow. It just depends on what it is that you consider acceptable growth for what it is that you're trying to do. But at the very most important side of it, you have to make sure that you're making content first. It's not necessarily the upload rate as much as it is making the content that people respond to, because that's where the gold is. That's where the thing that everybody wants happens, when they make content that people respond to. Until people start responding to what it is that you're doing, you're going to have a difficult time getting what it is that you're after. So the very first thing is you have to learn to make content people respond to first, and you can grow, which is 1 video a month if you do that. It's recommended typically that you do like, a video a week at least, but depending on what it is that you can fit into your schedule, maybe you can do daily, maybe you can do 3 times a week or 2 times a week, and all of that will affect your growth rate. So because of that, you have to look at what it is that you can handle, and you have to look at how people respond to what it is that you're doing, because it won't do you any good to put out 3 videos a week if people aren't responding to that content. We had a super chat come in here earlier where they had uploaded 40 videos and they got 100 subscribers off of that 40 videos and hardly any views. So because of that, that shows you right there that you need to make that content that people respond to.
Matt Hayes says, since when does the FTC stand for Forget the Creators?
Oh, nice.
That's good. Yeah. FTC,
that's good.
That's good, man.
Go, Matt. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I took a picture of that.
FTC, Forget the Creators. I'm putting that on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's good.
I'm literally putting that on Twitter. Or Matt, you came up with it, so if you want to post it on Twitter, then I'll actually retweet it since you came up with it there.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't want to steal your thunder there. That's so good. Yeah, like that's borderline, like spread that around like crazy type of good.
Yeah, that's like a hashtag, like hashtag FTC, that's too long. Never mind, forget that.
So 22 minutes ago, Michael put out a tweet, says, true friends, hashtag FTC, new live stream video overlays with full motion tracking coming soon to Tuber tools to help influencers like you comply with the Influencers 101. That's funny. And he's got, look at this. If you pull my screen up right now, look at this.
We need to come up with a hashtag. What are we doing here?
Yeah, right here. He's got, this is the stuff. He's like, we're going to have overlays. So it's like more than friends because we're brothers. This is a friend. This is a friend. These are friends also. These are friends stickers on my laptop.
That's awesome.
Did you see little overlays?
Did you see Beanie Draw's picture?
No, what was his?
Go find his here. Go find his on Twitter.
I'm looking for it now.
I retweeted it. Pull it up.
Nice.
Right here.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so here's beanies. It's like hashtag not sponsored, hashtag disclaimer, I love the Nimminati, hashtag not paid to say this, hashtag I'm a friend, hashtag the FTC, hashtag relationship, hashtag friends.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Love it.
That's so good, man. That's good. Yeah, hey, Midnight Madness, we need like a hashtag to get started.
Yeah. That's so good.
If you guys want to like brainstorm on this and just start throwing stuff out there,
yeah,
it has to be PC friendly.
Yeah, I think FTC FTC equals Forget the Creators.
Can you put an equal in the hashtag?
So good. Oh, you know what? I don't think you can actually.
Or how about just hashtag?
Well, you could do FTC equals. Oh no, because then you're saying
what if you just do hashtag Forget the Creators and then the FTC is capitalized? Hashtag Forget the Creators. That just sounds like we're forgetting the creators. People.
Yeah, I know. That's
a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we'll work on that one. We'll work on that one. Yeah, but
we need a. Where's Cody Warner when you need him? Cody.
Yeah,
Cody,
yeah, I know. Cody
will
he's
come
the
up
man
with
for
something,
this.
right?
So collaboration experimentation says this sucks. $10 for your good vids. $2 at the time. Oh, okay. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Traveling down the banister says hashtag Harry Tornado.
Yeah, right at the end of it all. Hashtag Harry Tornado.
Harry Tornadoes.
Yeah. Love it.
Love it.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah. Put that out there, Matt, and I'll definitely retweet that because that's just awesome. I love how that sounds.
Matt says you can have it.
I still want you to do it because it's awesome.
Okay, if he doesn't do it, then you got to do it.
Yes, it'll originate back to you because you came with it. Okay, Skynet.exe is the name of the channel, which is kind of funny.
That just sounds like something I would never click on.
It does. Gaming,
right?
Is the content. Fun and informing viewers is the purpose of the channel. And the question is, I've implemented about almost Nick's tips for getting views and subscribers. Some of my videos get a lot of views and others don't. My question is, how do I get more people to comment on my videos? I asked them in the video itself. I even pinned my comment asking to comment, but my engagement, likes, and comments are low compared to my actual views. Any suggestions? So the very first thing...
That's good, Doug. Hashtag Forget the Creators FTC.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's long, but that's good.
And then always capitalize the F, the T, and the C.
He did the FTC, and at the end, all capitals FTC.
Yeah, that's good.
Or hashtag FTC, forget the creators.
Yeah, it's good.
Man, it's good. Keep them going, man.
So, so with the, what was I saying here? Oh yeah, for the engagement. So a couple things you can do for the likes and comments. Of course, you're saying that you're asking and it's not really translating well. So what you might want to do is you might want to actually frame it, and this works every single time. You want to frame it around them like answering a question or responding to something that you're doing in some way. So instead of saying, hey, like this video, give it a comment or leave a comment, instead of doing that, say, hey, you know, if you've ever beaten this part of the game, since you're doing gaming videos, if you've ever beaten this part of the game, give a thumbs up. Or if you would like to beat this part of the game, or if you have this game, give this video a thumbs up, right? If you have this game, it'd probably be good. Or if you're enjoying this game, give it a thumbs up, something along those lines, to where it's basically a response to something instead of it's just like, hey, give this video a thumbs up, right? And in terms of the comments, same exact thing applies, to where you don't want to say just leave a comment, because that comment could be anything, and then you basically make it to where the people watching your videos have to exert more energy in order to leave a comment. So you're creating a tiny little obstacle for people. Whereas if you actually set up what they should comment, it makes the whole process easier. So in that regard, you would say something along the lines of, you know, let me know your favorite part of this down in the comments, or let me know, same exact thing, let me know if you plan to get this game down in the comments, or let me know, you know, what your favorite game is down in the comments. So then that way, instead of it just being, hey, leave a comment, you're actually leading them down to the comments with a specific thing that all they have to do is leave an answer, which then makes that whole process easier for the people that are watching your content. So I recommend trying those first and go from there and see how those work out. And good to hear that you're making progress.
Yeah, love it.
Next up is designless entertainment. And let's see here, vlog reaction channel. My goal is to put a smile and generally make people feel good. Since I've been gone from YouTube for about 9 months, I've recorded about 8 videos and I edited them since my hiatus. I'm wondering if I should make more videos before I upload them and have a schedule to relaunch my channel, or just upload what I have now and create a schedule later on. I would go ahead and start dripping your content in now, just so you can go ahead and just get in that rhythm. But what you can do, if you're not sure how consistent you're going to be, but you have 8 videos, so instead of saying, okay, I'm going to just upload 8 videos over the course of a week or 2 weeks, space them out. So then right now, if you commit to a schedule of 1 upload a week, now you have 8 videos in the can, so you have 2 months worth of content. So while you're doing that, then you can be making more content so that you can make sure that you are consistent. Now, once you have that lead and you do find yourself in the pattern of making more content, what you can do in that situation is you can say, okay, well, now that I'm making more content, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start introducing an additional upload per week, because now I've got 8 weeks worth of content, so I'm going to start introducing a additional upload per week, since I'm consistently making content now. Or just commit to once a week. Like if that's all you can do, no problem at all. Just say, okay, now I'm 2 months ahead. I'm going to start making content. I'm not going to look at it like I'm 2 months ahead. I'm going to look at it like I still need to make content, just like I have a video that's going that I need to publish tomorrow, right? And when you do that, then you're just always going to be 8 videos ahead. And then in the event that you fall behind on that, then what's going to happen is you're just going to have to play a little bit of catch up in order to get back to being ahead again. I basically play that same accordion myself, to where like I'll get ahead a little bit and then I'll catch up to it, and then I'll get ahead and then I'll catch up and then I'll get ahead and then I'll catch up. It just depends on what's going on.
And it sounds like
it sounds exactly like that. It does.
That's what accordion.
Just like a donkey. Yeah, it sounds just like a donkey.
Sounds like a donkey.
Yeah, my accordion sounds just like a donkey.
Yeah, if you like those donkey sound effects, you can download them from the description below. Little side hustle we've got going on. When we're not recording custom voicemails like we did for Zach Talks
we're making
Tech,
stupid animal effects.
We're making stupid animal effects, and we sell them.
Yeah, and it's just donkeys. We're very keen on the idea of specializing, and we just want to make sure that we bring like the most outrageous donkey sounds possible.
Yes,
that's all we're focused on. Nobody makes donkey sounds like us.
Nobody on the entire platform makes donkey sounds the way we make donkey sounds,
or has the variety of donkey sounds that we have.
Yes.
So for people that want donkey sounds, they can come to this channel, and they know that if they look in the video description, they're going to get a plethora of donkey sounds.
Daniel says you got to niche down your animal sounds.
Yeah.
Look, we've got donkey sounds from Colombia.
We do.
We've got donkey sounds from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
We've got donkey sounds from Mexico.
Yeah.
We've got donkey. We got donkey sounds is what I'm trying to say.
And this is not sponsored by the Tourism Board of Mexico. This is not sponsored by the Tourism Board of Colombia. Just want to go ahead and say that out there, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just happen to be making donkey sounds in those areas.
Yes.
And they're not even donkeys from those areas. It's just us making donkey sounds in those areas.
Hashtag donkey sounds.
Yeah.
I need a shirt.
Yeah.
Like donkey sounds with like just like this actually, with like a donkey in the middle.
Yeah, you do.
I know Daniel's got a great new like chicken, like he's like the chicken. Daniel, what's your thing with your new shirt?
I love when things like that pop up. It's so good.
His is like something about chicken. I forget what it is though. It's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love when things. Here, carry this for a second. I want to look for something really quick just for the sake of hilarity.
You're looking for the donkey links.
I am.
Oh, yeah. So Daniel says, be the next chicken recipe. Yeah. I remember that when you were doing your live stream. I heard you say that. And I was like, that's probably going to become a thing. And it did. It became a thing.
What is it? Be the next recipe?
Be the next chicken recipe.
Oh, nice.
He was given an example of, growing your channel and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it ended up being, a shirt actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Be the next chicken recipe. I tell you what, if there's a life tip, that's it.
You don't come here for YouTube tips. You come here for life pro tips like that.
Yeah. And that's a good one. That's a very, very good life pro tip.
Yeah. There you
so
go.
carry this for a second.
Yeah, I am. Paul Peck, how you doing, man? It was awesome meeting you at... Okay, let me switch this over here.
Okay.
Hold on. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat right now. I do not have access to the form where you're submitting your questions, but I can check questions in the chat right now. Hey, Alex, how you doing? He says chicken sells. Yes, chicken does sell. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to hop into the chat right here and see what is going on here. You're just coming for the donkey sounds. Right on. There you go. Hey, where did this go? The creator spotlight. Okay, Tim Yonsei, how's it going, man? I just got your email a little bit earlier today, and I haven't replied to you yet, but I did see it. I will be replying to you shortly. Yo, be right back. Can't find the donkey links. Okay, so if you're looking for the donkey links, you need to go down a little bit lower into the description. Playing with Michelle, how are you doing? Good morning. I hope you are doing well. And Taco Man Brawl Stars says, are you doing channel reviews? No, we are not doing channel reviews today. We're just kind of doing a hangout. And if you have questions, you can head down to the description. We have a link to a questionnaire form down there. And if you have a question, Nick's going to be able to see your question that way. But we're not doing channel reviews. We pulled up one channel, but that was it. Maybe next weekend. We kind of toned down the channel reviews just a little bit. Organized Soprano, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. I haven't seen you for a while. Motivation Theory says hashtag donkey links. So I love it. Nobody actually has questions. We're just talking about donkeys.
Yeah, we needed a break on the channel reviews just because they were getting so repetitive for people.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And we got a lot of feedback. You know how we're always talking about listen to the audience, right? We got a lot of feedback where people are like, yeah, it's kind of like the same thing all the time. So we just wanted to give it a little bit of a break in terms of making sure that we like once we start doing them again, it's just a little bit more fresh for, like a new new group of people, right, so to speak.
And that's the thing with channel reviews is like for most channel reviews, if you show one or two channels, like most people,
rules are pretty much the
same across the board. So we're taking a break. We'll get back into it later. We just need to take a break for our own sanity.
Yes.
Boy, they're just loving the donkey thing.
It's good.
Hashtag hee haw. I love it.
It's good.
Man, was that not a great show?
Hee haw?
Back in the day.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Whew, you have to end the
keep going, D. I'm working
on something over here. You're making something. Neil says you have to end the FTC diss track with donkey noises.
Or we can start them
with
donkey noises.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That is good.
What are you looking up over there?
Hold on.
Simon says goats, not donkeys. Yeah, but donkeys, we do donkey sounds here.
We do.
We're really good at donkey sounds. That's super. Are you like making something?
Hold on.
What are you making?
Hold on.
The anticipation is killing me.
I know.
And I don't have access to the form, and people are just talking about donkeys.
Yeah, well, things just got out of control there, and we're just trying to roll with it here.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. We're rolling with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how did you like Terminator, by the way? Did you like Terminator? Anybody seen Terminator 2? Since we're just going to talk about weird stuff, I'm trying to pull you away from donkeys. Do we like Terminators?
Do we like to from donkeys to Terminators?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull everybody. They're just like donkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it when stuff comes together like this. Hey, Super Dave USA, how's it going? You are just in time. We are talking about Terminator. I'm talking about the movie Terminator and donkeys. Movie review live stream, yeah. Motivation Series says, I appreciate the live stream was not at 3 a.m. EST today. Yeah, so here's what's going on. So since we came back from the USA and since we came back from Mexico, where there's donkeys in Mexico, we've been severely jet lagged, and it's taken a good week to kind of get back into the rhythm of things. And because of that, we're both waking up earlier than normal, so we're live streaming a little bit earlier than normal.
Now, if you go to donkeysounds.com, it takes you to my YouTube channel. That's what I was working on over here.
No, you did not do that.
Yeah. So if you go to donkeysounds.com. Yeah, I was like, really?
No,
that's available? No. Type it in. Look here. Look.
That was the biggest waste of $11 I've ever seen in my life. Oh
yeah,
my
I was like,
God.
yeah, I was like,
Are
yeah,
you
okay,
serious?
that's available. I'm definitely gonna take that and send it to my YouTube channel just for the sake of this. Oh, it just stopped again. Hold on.
Oh,
yeah,
my
it's still
goodness.
in the it's still in the redirect part right now.
Really? What is it? Donkey what?
Donkey sounds. Oh
yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Donkeysounds.com. It worked the first time I did it, so
That's
it's
so
still
weird,
in that
man.
propagating
That's so weird.
thing.
Welcome.
So yeah, within the next 24 hours, it'll solidify going to. Oh, it's doing it again.
Do you see what I got to deal with on a daily basis? I'm trying to hold like a serious conversation, and he's over here talking about donkey sounds.
Yeah, and getting like domain names around donkey sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious, actually.
Okay, so next up on the list, we've got
Holy moly.
Michael Film Productions. Says
Hey,
that
Rob, how's it going, brother? Hope
hey,
you're
what's up,
doing
Rob?
well.
Says, okay, this one's for you, D. They have an iPhone SE. They make videos for fun. Do you suggest getting a camera app or just using the iPhone camera? This one's all you, D.
So the iPhone cameras, by default, are pretty good by themselves. You can press and you can hold and you can set the exposure and you can set the focus. However, if you're finding that you're not getting the manual controls that you want, I would check to see if either Filmic Pro is available for your model. And if that's a little bit above your budget, I would check to see if the Moment Pro Camera app is available for your phone. Both of those allow a good manual controls over your phone. But by default, the cameras are pretty good with iPhones. But check those out and see.
Next up, we've got Ed Does. Ed Does says that they upload once a week on average. They've been making videos for 3 to 4 months. Welcome to YouTube.
And by the way, I want to say that Filmic Pro just released a new photography app. It's called Filmic First Light.
Okay.
And you can download they do have a free version. They do have some upsells inside of it if you want to get some additional features, but it's a pretty good photo app. Even the free version, you can control the exposure, and it has focus peaking, so you can really dial in your focus for photographs. Pretty cool. Check it out.
So the question here is, I have 13 subscribers. Should I use my family and friends to grow my subs, or can I grow my subs without using my family and friends? I call it the Amway syndrome. I personally would like to grow my channel without tapping into family and friends help. You absolutely can grow your YouTube channel without tapping into family and friends. And basically, in order to do that, you are going to have to learn how to properly title your videos, get your thumbnails, all that stuff. Regardless, if all of your family and friends join, that might take you to 100 subscribers, maybe 200 or 300 subscribers, depending on how big your group is. And like there's still a long way to go, right? And at the end of the day, it comes down to making content for the people that are most likely to watch it. And if your family and friends are not the people that are going to be watching your content, then in that situation, it doesn't really make much sense to have them subscribe to your channel because they're not going to be watching your stuff in the first place. So because of that, I would just focus on getting people to watch on YouTube and also being active in communities around what it is that you're doing. So if you are making, a certain type of content, and I can't remember what you said you were making, let me go back to it. But if you're making a certain type of content, like really embed yourself. Let's see here. Do you say fun? I would like a channel on stuff. Let's see here.
While you're looking at that,
yeah, they don't say what type of content. It's a channel about the things that I get up to. So if you're just on vlogs, you don't really have a community, so to speak, to tap into. So in that particular case, yeah, just keep making your content, but eventually you're going to have to figure out who it is that you're going to have watching your content and start slowly, molding your content into something for a particular group of people.
So Mike Swaim says Filmic Pro does work on an iPhone SE. I don't have that model, so thank you for that. But, if you're just shooting everything in auto, like if you're not setting manual anything, if you're just run and gun auto, I think what comes with the phone is going to be good enough. Just go into your settings and make sure you raise it to the highest possible quality in terms of video quality.
Yeah. Next on the list, we've got the Bard. What's up, the Bard? Nice to see you in here again. Been on
Hey,
YouTube for
DeBard.
3 years, gaming content. They want to turn YouTube into a career, or they already have it as a career. Says, good morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Says, I currently
Top
try
of
to
the
make my
morning to
thumbnails epic with little to no text. Do my thumbnails work without the text, or should I start adding some? Thanks for answering. So what you need to do is you need to test that yourself. So what you need to do is you need to basically make videos that you have the thumbnail with the text, videos that you have the thumbnail without the text, and see which ones typically get a higher response from the people that are watching your video, or that YouTube is serving your content to. You can also use tools like TubeBuddy to where it will actually swap them back and forth, and it will let you know which ones that people are responding to on like a single video. So instead of having to make a bunch of videos in that situation, then you can use TubeBuddy in order to swap them around so that you can get an idea there. You can also do it the hard way, and that's basically by switching and then just looking at like your CTR difference in YouTube. But the thing is, though, is like when you do it that way, you're also not calculating in like the impressions and all of that stuff, which can, you know, kind of distort that quite a bit. So because of that, like TubeBuddy's just like the really easy way to do it. So I'd recommend that you do it inside of there.
Would you now?
I would. Next up is VO Goalie. VO Goalie's been on YouTube for 18 months. They are doing this for brand awareness and for digital product sales. Says, hey, Nick and D, what is up?
Hey, what's going on?
Says, good to see you again on Saturday morning. I've created a number of videos with the goal of ranking and search in my niche, but when looking at my analytics, the number one search term across my channel is my channel name. That's typical. So when the question is, am I doing a bad job creating searchable content, or am I just doing a great job building my brand? For your information, YouTube search only makes up a small percentage of my traffic sources. Browse features is 45%, suggested is 27%, YouTube search is 11%. Okay, if that's the case, I would keep doing what you're doing, because if your browse traffic is 45%, your suggested is 27%, that's where all the real activity is on YouTube. Of course, you can get tons of views through search without question, but tapping into that browse and suggested features, keep doing what it is that you're doing, because that's like where the majority of traffic is. So because of that, I would definitely tap into that. But you also want to make sure that you are tapping into search traffic as well, depending on your content. Like you're doing like recreational sports activity. I don't know if that means that you're just making that type of content or like helping people do it. But depending on the content that you have, and I'm going to look at your channel here real quick so I can give you the best advice. Give me 1 second.
I'm trying to fix the chat box here.
Okay, so here you're giving tips on this stuff, or goalie pad stacks making a comeback, 5 goalie channels you should be watching, that kind of stuff. I think that your approach is already fine. So I would keep doing what it is that you are doing for tapping into browse and suggested. But I would say that like you have like our gorilla pad stacks making a comeback as an example. You got it?
Yeah, got
like
it.
where you have a topic like that, like I would really start thinking of doing more research. I'm sure you're probably using TubeBuddy for that already, but if you're not, you'll want to. But make sure that you're doing the research for what it is that you're going for also, because just optimizing for the term isn't enough. You also have to look at, you know, who it is that you're competing against for the term so that you can gauge your chances of actually ranking for that particular term. You also need to look at your videos as well. Like you're getting good view counts on your videos, so I'm guessing that, you know, on the back end of your content that, you know, you're doing the right things. But when it comes to search, it really, in your particular case and with what it is that you're doing, when you do optimize for search, try to optimize for something that is going to be like a long-term traffic driver, because that's where the benefit of search really shines. Because like sometimes if you are tapping into browse and suggested, it might get a lot of views, which is great, but it might be for like a short time, whereas like search traffic can continue to get views for like a really, really long time to come. But browse and suggested can also get traffic for a long time to come, but it'll typically have like little spikes, right? It'll have little spikes that happen. Like for example, like Dee and I were talking about earlier, that video from a year ago that neither of us have ever interacted with the channel, but we both got recommended that specific piece of content today about building a house for $4,000 or something like that.
With a 3D printer.
Yeah, with a 3D printer. So because of that, you know, that browse traffic is really powerful, because we're you know, in proximity, and we both got suggested the same video today. What was that? Oh, was that a donkey sound? I love it. But so what you want to do as part of your content strategy, though, because you're already winning on the browse and suggested, especially with the view counts that you're getting. So in terms of search, definitely make it to where people can find your stuff in search, but I would still lean on what it is that you're doing in terms of just making good thumbnails and titles that people respond to, because that's ultimately where you're gonna get the biggest wins.
If you guys are using Streamlabs, I just want to let you guys know about something here. So there's been an update, and if you find that your online chat, which you see right here for the live viewer chat, if that's not showing up for you after the latest update, go into your properties in the chat box and your sources, and you need to refresh the cache for the chat, and it's going to then show up on your screen. I've been wrestling with that the entire time we've been streaming, and I just figured that out. So heads up on that.
All right. Way to go. D over there solving problems.
That's what I'm doing, man.
Not only is he solving problems, but he's sharing it with the world.
Yep, that's right.
At least the 240 people watching
that's
from
right.
the world.
Yep. The only people who matter right here.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, let's see here. So next up on the list, we've got Scruffy Looking RGB. Says they upload once. They've been on YouTube for 5 months. Retro gaming,
who you calling
hobby,
looking?
And down the road money. Is it better premiere your videos or
I think
just
that's
put them
Star
out?
Wars reference right there. Scruffy looking Nerf herder.
Maybe.
And then
I don't think he said Nerf herder.
No, but it's RGB. But Scruffy looking. Yeah, like
got it. Got it.
That's a little Star Wars reference, probably.
Is it better to premiere your videos or just put them out when they are ready? So I personally like to just put them out when they're ready. I've found for my audience that they work better that way. For your audience, what I would do is I would test some that are premieres. I would test some that are not premieres, and then I would make that call.
Super chat.
As a consumer, I personally don't like premieres either, because as a consumer, I just like when I get that notification, I don't want it 30 minutes early. Like, and I know that I do that to you guys for the live streams too, but that's I don't like that either. But with the premieres, putting it out there and to where I click on it and then I don't actually get the content, and then I got to come back in order to get the content. Personally, I find that just a little bit too much effort that I need to take, so I don't like that as a consumer. But you need to test that with your audience, because different people respond to that differently. That's really loud.
They can't hear that.
Yeah, that's really loud. Oh, they can't hear it?
I don't think they can hear that. Can you guys? You can't hear that, can you? Oh, that's a horse.
Oh, it is. Yeah, they can hear it.
Yeah,
they
can hear that.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's all epidemic, right?
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, they can hear it.
I didn't know that was piped in.
I was really loud.
I'm glad
He's just over there pressing buttons. Didn't think everybody could hear.
I'm glad I didn't just put on some music over here. I'm just like,
you did put on some music from Epidemic, though.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's all Epidemic, but I'm like NWA or something. I'm just over here like going. And that was a horse. I can't find a donkey.
Was a horse.
Yeah, you know why? Epidemic Sound doesn't have donkey sounds. Call us. Right?
Interesting. Call us. Yeah, we can work that out.
See, here's the thing, guys. You have to find where you can fit in on the platform.
Yep.
Epidemic Sound does not have donkey sound. So guess who's going to
Guess
load
who's
up?
got to turn donkeysounds.com into the #1 place on the internet for donkey sounds?
That's right.
We are.
That's right.
With your help.
Get in where you fit in, people.
Yes.
That's right. Know your sounds, know your donkeys. That's what our old man used to say.
That is.
Yep.
That's exactly what he used to say,
He did
actually.
growing up.
Yeah.
He used to say
you'll end up off a cliff if you get it wrong.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So on that note, I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out on the stream today. It's awesome. We're still adjusting with our time schedule. We're both still getting up early. That's why we started early today and are ending quick as well. But I just wanted to thank everybody for coming into the stream today.
Daniel Battelle says the YouTube audio library also has no donkey sounds.
Hey, we might be onto something here.
That's right.
Why do you think I just went and registered donkeysounds.com?
That's right. If you need donkey sounds for your project,
let us know. We got you.
Let us know.
We got you.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, but thank you for hanging out in the live stream today. Hopefully that you learned something from the questions that were answered. Zach, hopefully that voice message worked out well for you. And D.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Mods, thanks for doing what you're doing. Thanks for holding it down. Thanks for all the super chatters. Thanks for all the channel members. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for all of you who sat through our donkey nonsense. Except for you.
All of our nonsense.
All of our nonsense. If Zach says, dude, the voicemail is great.
Good.
That's awesome. Good to hear. And if we didn't get to your question, we do apologize. It is getting a little bit late for us. We're both a little bit tired, so maybe we'll get to that next weekend. But we do thank you for asking those questions. I will be streaming live on my channel, hopefully tomorrow, or
we might have Jevin and Levi on.
Right. There is a possibility. Yeah. There is a possibility that instead we'll be doing another live stream here tomorrow with Jevin Dovey and Levi Allen.
Yeah.
So if they're down for streaming, we're going to stream on his channel right here But if that's not going to happen, I'll probably stream on my channel a little bit later.
And if you submitted a question, I also want to let you know that if we didn't get to it in the live stream, if it's a good question, it'll probably go in the queue for the questions that I answer on my Comments Over Coffee podcast.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so definitely make sure, if you have not yet, the podcast that I have, basically I share information about YouTube. I teach you about YouTube over a cup of coffee. So it's like short form content, but it's something that you can listen to a handful of them at a time, or just one while you're enjoying your favorite cup of coffee, tea, or whatever your favorite drink happens to be. So so make sure, if you haven't yet, that you download my podcast.
That could be about donkeys too, like donkeys over coffee.
It could,
like, learn about donkeys over a cup of coffee.
It could. And but if you if you consume podcasts, make sure that you check it out. And also, if you're listening to the podcast already, do me a solid and leave a written review in there. First, make sure you subscribe, but two, leave a written review in there, just because that helps them know, hey, there's activity happening on this podcast, and it helps Apple actually show it to more people as well.
What's the podcast name?
So please, it's Comments Over Coffee. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Every single time that comes up, multiple people ask, what's the name?
Interesting.
You're going to have to say, search for this.
Yeah, search for Comments Over Coffee. Yep,
yeah, you're going to have to change that. Yeah.
Yep, you're absolutely correct.
The podcast is called Comments Over Coffee.
Yeah, real big right here on the screen, but I need to make it more clear.
Yep.
Apparently.
You need to be search for Comments Over Coffee.
Yep. Yeah. So make sure that you download that and check it out if you want to learn more about YouTube. Because I also talk about things a little bit more in depth there than I do just on the YouTube channel. Because I'll take a comment or something from a live stream or another YouTube community online, and I'll see that question, and then I'll either answer that comment directly, or that comment will inspire another thought, and it's something that I might not even talk about on the channel, but something that I need to let people know about. So it's just like a whole other set of information and perspective that you get in the podcast. So make sure to check it out if you haven't yet.
Yeah. So is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. So thank you so much for hanging out with us once again. Moderators, thank you once again. Thank you for all the tweets, the retweets.
Yes.
Thanks for sending us your images on Twitter. We're going to go back and retweet those as well. And we are stopping right now.
Thanks for watching Nimmin Live, brought to you by TubeBuddy. Remember to follow us on your favorite social media platforms. Have a great week.